Just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best products that we can for our clients and make sure that it is everything and more that it could be.
What's kept me here? Our culture. We're genuinely a very great group of people. Everyone's just always willing to lend a hand.
When I have a suggestion or a concern and I voice it, leadership actually hears me.
As a consultancy, every person has a role and has something to bring to the table. There's just a lot of opportunities here if you're up for the challenge.
Jump on board, be part of the fun ride, because we're going places.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there is just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
Thanks to you. Thank you for faithfully standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Hey, Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Good afternoon, everyone. We welcome you to Franklin College. It is senior day for the Grizzlies here on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN. This afternoon, the Grizzlies looking for their third win in the conference and their fifth overall. They'll take on a surprising Bluffton Beavers team entering today's contest at 5-3 overall. They are 3-2. in conference play. College Football Saturday is being brought to you in part by Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local hometown John Deere dealer since 1955 with 5 central Indiana locations. Reynolds meets all your equipment, parts, and service needs. Boilermaker Local 374, representing skilled workers across Indiana. Discover the Boilermaker advantage with Local 374. Burtner Electric, spark with confidence, your trusted electrician partners since 1986. Wheeler Mission, helping our neighbors in need since 1893, thanks to generous, caring individuals like you. Morales Group Staffing, building better futures one story at a time. Let us help you find your next opportunity. LifeWise Academy. LifeWise Academy brings Bible education to public school students during school hours. Learn more at lifewise.org. LIUNA, the Build America Union, 500,000 strong and fighting for better wages, safer job sites, and greater opportunities. And the IndianaSRN sports page. Border to border, coast to coast, from the field to the court, IndianaSRN brings it home with the sports page. Troy Derinkowski, Coach Keith Myers with you on a beautiful afternoon. We're into the month of November, only 2 games remaining for the Franklin Grizzlies. They're hoping that this, again, being senior day, will be a victorious one as they try to move at least one step higher to number 2 in the standings in the HCAC. And I know that this Bluffton team, we're going to talk about them in a couple of moments being a surprise, but, you know, Franklin really did turn things around this season with their old new coach coming back.
I'll tell Mike when I talk to him on
Thank
Tuesday. 5-3 Bluffton is probably the surprise of the conference, but, you know, they have to win this game to stay at second or third. The Grizz can move up and knock them out of position. But then you got the Rose-Hulman game that we have later on this afternoon. That's a big game as well because all of a sudden now you have 3 or 4 teams at 3-2. The runner-up goes to a bowl game. The other guys go home. So a big game, and it's kind of cool to be here on senior night. 58 degrees. Not bad for November. Cloudy skies. Rain's not supposed to be till 11:30. So our guys that are doing the HCAC soccer finals, which is on this network tonight, will stay dry. Safe travels to the guys at Transylvania and to the guys that are going to Rose-Hulman.
I know you and I are both very sorry we weren't
You
able
know,
to
it is
make that
amazing
trip.
how our schedule just didn't fit that. I still don't know how that happened.
Maybe next year, Coach.
Maybe next year.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we still got volleyball season.
We still have volleyball, yes. All right, let's talk about the Bluffton Beavers. They have not been what you would consider a strong football program over the last several years. They have turned it around this season. They opened up with that win against Kenyon. They go to overtime and lose to Albion. If they win that game, they've got 6 wins under their belt. They beat Olivet at Olivet, and then they opened up with wins against Manchester and Anderson before finally losing to Mount St. Joseph in conference play. What do you see in them that they've kind of turned this thing around this year?
I think what surprises me more than anything is the Rose-Hulman double overtime game. That game was Rose-Hulman's to have. They were up by 3 in the overtime, and a flare pass to the post. Kid catches the ball, knew it was a touchdown. That was a big win for me. I think the loss that's surprising is Mount St. Joe. Mount St. Joseph has given up a lot of points this year. They only gave up 7 points, which tells you how good Mount St. Joseph is. But Bluffton's not bad. A lot of people said they started out with a weak schedule. I don't care what you say. This conference, week in, week out, anybody can beat anybody. Doesn't matter what the records are.
And then, of course, last week you're playing a Hanover team. And
best team I've ever seen in this conference.
Yeah,
now, we've only covered this conference for 5 years, but even the good Mount St. Joe teams they had, but they're loaded. I would not want to play them anytime soon.
Yeah, 48-0 in their game last week, and so they're hoping to rebound here. By the way, this will be the final game of the season in the conference for this Bluffton team. They'll play Marietta at Marietta next week. So again, as you said, big game here this afternoon for the Beavers. A good balanced offense. They average almost 172 yards rushing, 186 yards passing, so almost 360 yards of total offense. You love the balance because defenses can't basically key on any one thing on your offense.
Yeah, and one of the things in my keys of the game today is that they have to run the ball. I think both teams have to run the ball and be positive. I think if you can get 3 to 4 yards each down and you control the clock, because if you shorten this game to Franklin, they'll start kind of taking the collar a little bit. So it's, I think, in my opinion, that's one of their keys.
None of their players, though, have some gigantic numbers because they spread it around so well, but it all starts with Tywan Clark wearing number 7 today, 99 of 159, almost 1,500 yards passing, 11 touchdowns. But the other Achilles heel he has on that, he will have a tendency to throw interceptions. He has 6 of those coming into today's game.
And he had 2 of them in that Rose-Hulman game that we talked about. So, if you put pressure on him, maybe you make him throw the ball. He does have some happy feet, as we've seen on film, but he can also tuck and run it. He does have some pretty good legs.
And by the way, if he gets it into the red zone, he will have a tendency to run. He has 7 touchdowns on the ground this season. Jamarian Banks will be, in fact, one of 2 guys that'll run the football a lot today. Jamarian Banks this year, 473 yards and 5 touchdowns. And Javion Hudson, he has 425 yards and 3 scores. You'll see those 2 guys come in and out on the offense for the Beavers. Their favorite target from a passing standpoint, just a freshman, Jayshawn Wyckoff, 33 receptions, 607 yards. He's a stretch field guy. He is averaging 18.4 yards per reception, so he's one of their big weapons on the outside.
So what Franklin has to do is fill the holes and probably put a little bit more men in the box than they're normal to do and force them to run to them and not around them.
All right, when we come back, we'll talk about the Grizzlies as they look to get back on the winning side of things again today on Senior Day. We'll talk about what they plan to do today. This is College Football on HCAC.TV, powered by IndianaSRN.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Your business depends on quality, efficiency, and reliability. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we help you stay ahead with John Deere commercial mowers built for performance. Whether you're maintaining parks, businesses, or neighborhood lawns, you need equipment that works as hard as you do. With expert service, flexible financing, and the best lineup of mowers in the industry, Reynolds keeps your operation running strong. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with On Demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We're back here at Franklin College. We're seeing a little bit of sunshine here this afternoon on Senior Day for the Grizzlies. We were talking about Franklin before the break. Football team is now 4-4 on the year, 2-2 in the conference. We were looking at their schedule, and they've won 2 out of their last 3. I think this is a kind of a signature game for them a little bit today, just from a standpoint. Manchester and Anderson are wins, yes, but they go back to that Rose-Hulman game. We did that game, ended up losing that contest, a game they probably should have won. Do you think this is kind of a signature game today to maybe solidify a little bit of the turnaround of their season?
I think it might be what you call a signature win, but I think it also might be a must-win for them. I think Coach has the attitude that he wanted. You walk on campus today, and everybody's up, everybody's smiling, everybody's having a good time. That's a positive. He's run some offense this year. He's got a great quarterback. I think this must be a must-win for them.
Well, there's no doubt that from an offensive standpoint, the way that Marshall Kamicek has played this year, he has surpassed the 2,000-yard mark this season. He also has 21 touchdowns, but much like his counterpart today in Tywan Clark, Kamicek can throw interceptions. He has 7 on the year, but he's got some great targets. He's got an excellent running game. I think he really just kind of looks at this one today and says, let's just kind of fall into this and let's just play football.
Yeah, let's play football. Exactly right. I think throw it up. Let's see what happens and go to the best we can.
And they will use Trevor Winkles this season, 313 yards. Braden Wilkins has 231. Again, numbers that are not going to stand up, but he's got good receivers. Talk about Jordan Fonda, 37 receptions this year. Jace Moore with 33 and Isaiah Miller with 24. Those will be the 3 big targets today for the Grizzlies. After that win over Anderson, and now next week, Franklin has to play at Hanover. So I think it's kind of back to your point. It's almost a must-win situation. You don't want to go to Hanover as good as they are at home, and especially off a loss.
And you don't want to take the bell back, do you?
No, not at all.
Franklin won the toss and elected to receive. Keys of today's game brought to you by our good friends at Aspen Creek Grill. Bluffton has to stop the passing game of Franklin. 4 or more yards per first down to move the change. Time management. I think this, if you shorten the game, you're advantage. For Franklin, you got to get off to a quick start. It's seniors. A lot of seniors are playing tonight. Running game has to be more than passing. I don't know if I'm going to see that or not, but that would be my hope. And then you got to eliminate turnover a couple times in crucial games. He has thrown interceptions, so they have fumbled. The Rose-Hulman game is a good example. Up 14 points with 8 minutes to go in the game and get beat.
Yeah, that was definitely a tough one as the Beavers will tee things up. It'll be Drew Michael who will kick things off.
Can we say one thing before we get started?
Yes.
Congratulations to the soccer teams, both men and women, Hanover and Transylvania, and Hanover and Rose-Hulman for the conference championship. Those games tonight, 7 o'clock, right here on the network.
All right, looking forward to that as well. We are fresh off actually making that road trip to Rose-Hulman and watch the women's team end up advancing to the championship game. We are underway here on Senior Day. This kick will land short of the 20-yard line. That's always very dangerous when it lands where it did. It will be a very short return as well, and it will be first down and 10 for Franklin. Will Hagan, Isaac Fisher, Corey Brannigan, Ben Remke, and Jackson Adams up front.
He picks up that ball at the 21-yard line. I mean, he waited for a long time to pick that ball up.
You know why he did?
No.
Because that ball can bounce all kinds of ways. They should have made it.
You know, now our director today, Jack was an All-American. Did you know that?
Well, he'll tell us why he shouldn't. He should have jumped on it and just instead of taking the chance.
Our director today has football experience.
I know. We'll be listening.
And he's a Crusader.
He is. 4 receivers for Kamicek. And he'll look to throw, pumps, and then goes over the middle, a little bit off the mark. Intended there for Jace Moore. We mentioned Moore, 33 receptions, 4 touchdowns on the season. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
I think he got rushed a little bit there and started panicking. I tell you what, this Bluffton defense is not a joke.
Bluffton will, I'm sure, put a lot of pressure on him this afternoon. Speaking of Kamichek, 4 receivers once again, trips to the near side, 2nd down and 10. Kamichek will keep it himself. Kamichek stays on his feet across the 35 near the 37-yard line. Good run by Kamichek.
Well, he looked like he was going to take a knee and then slid right down and got the first down.
Last week, 290 yards passing and 3 touchdowns against Anderson. And that's an advantage to having a quarterback who can run the football, is that those defenders, those linebackers especially, have to stay honest. 1st down and 10. This time we'll split the receivers even to each side. Kamichek has time over the middle. Ball will be caught. 1st down once again into Franklin, or I should say Bluffton territory. Jeremy Lee on the reception, his 24th of the year.
Again, time to throw. They've only ran the ball 1 time, thrown it already 3. So there goes out that goal of the game, the keys of the game.
And we'll let you redo that at halftime.
Halftime, can I? Okay,
yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
1st down and 10, 2nd 1st down. And the first opportunity for Franklin in Bluffton territory. Kamichek to throw again. Down the middle, has a man. Diving
what a catch
made. It'll be Jace Moore, his 2nd reception, and Franklin now knocking on the door.
And we talked about our director, Jack Wright. That's how he threw it and caught it. Look at this. He's airborne right now. Right now, look at this. That's a great catch.
Boy, you love receivers who can lay it out, get the football, and now Franklin in the red zone. Trips to the left. Grizzlies looking to get on top first. They're going to run the football. It'll be 32 Winkles. 5 touchdowns on the year for Winkles.
Nice job by Mason Brandon on the tackle.
Gain of just 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Kamichek now 2 of 3, 41 yards here in the early going. Trips left. 2nd down and 8 for Kamichek. He'll look to throw. Screen pass out in the flat. Ball caught. Nothing there this time for Isaiah Miller.
Maybe got a yard.
Max Moore, Lucas Garrett, Aaron Carmack-Lovett, and Damari Wright up front for the Beavers. Travion Curry, Devin Hogan, and Mason Brandon are the 3 linebackers.
They're going to put this on the close hash here. You know where this ball is going to go.
The odds are it should go to the right, but a lot of times it does go to the left.
I think it's going to go to the right.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on it.
All right, let's see.
3rd down and 6. Kamichek, play action, throws to the near side. Ball caught by Jace Moore. Moore gets by defender, waltzes into the end zone for a touchdown, and Franklin gets the first 6 points on the board. Jace Moore with his 5th receiving touchdown of the season for Kamichek. He now has 22, and what a start.
Look at the time. Look at the throw.
But this is the move here.
Right there.
Probably should have made a stop. And now the extra point attempt for Charlie Overton. Great opening drive for the Grizzlies. The kick is good. Grizzlies lead it 7-0.
Did you know, according to the National Federation of High Schools, 80% of new officials quit the game after just 2 seasons because of abusive behavior from the stands and sidelines?
Your kid's Friday night touchdown. Just Wit HD on Roku. IndianaSRN is bringing Central Indiana high school sports right to your living room in crystal clear quality. With over 350 live contests streaming each year, from football under the lights to basketball buzzer beaters, we're putting local athletes in the spotlight. Search IndianaSRN on your Roku device today and never miss a moment of hometown glory.
Great start for the Franklin Grizzlies. Today's game brought to you in part by Reynolds Farm Equipment, the leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors in Indiana. Nothing runs like a deer. If you'd like more information, give them a call, 317-849-0810. So now can Bluffton answer the call down 7-0? There will be a return inside the 10, across the 20, and stop shy of the 30. Good special teams play there for the Grizzlies. Kmiecek 4 of 5 in that opening drive, 62 yards and a touchdown.
Hudson got surrounded by at least 4 or 5 Grizz. First down and 10.
So Tywan Clark wearing number 7, coming up on 1,500 yards passing. He too will come out in a 4-receiver set. Keep an eye on number 83, his favorite receiver in the slot to the left. Mentioned at the top of the show that they have good balanced offense, and from a standpoint of passing and rushing, they're equally good. The left-hander's first pass, and I think his favorite receiver just slipped and fell on the turf. It falls incomplete.
The turf monster got him early, turned to make a play here, slipped and fell. I think he may have tripped over his own feet.
Second down and 10 for the Beavers. Derek Moore, John Susko, Antonio Garrett, Cale Rose, and Ken Johnson are the starting linemen. We'd mentioned the 2 tight ends, Connor Cannon and Cam Page, with Banks, Wyckoff, and Payne, the 3 receivers. Banks wearing number 22. He is the top running back in the lineup, but not this time.
That time, Franklin putting an extra man in the box there, Troy, and they're just begging him to run. It's now 3rd down here, 3rd and 10.
That was Damian Brockington on the carry, a freshman out of Tiffin, Ohio, wearing number 5. 3rd down and 10. Definite passing down here for Bluffton, trying to win their 6th game of the season. Clark to throw. Has time.
Wide.
And he can run the football, and will he get to the first down marker? I think he may be a little bit short. Clark is...
Oh, he's short 2 yards.
I was going to mention Clark has only 116 yards rushing on the season, but 7 touchdowns on the ground.
Oh, they're going for it. Ooh, early. Okay, they got him another spot, so it's 4th and 1.
Clock coming up on 10 minutes remaining here in the opening period. 4 down linemen for Franklin. They usually go with the 3-4. The pitch and the carry over the right side. First down and more all the way to midfield. Well, he did the job there, huh?
Offensive lineman made a nice little crease for him, and he needed 1. He got it 9.
So Brockington doing his job. First down for the Beavers. We had not heard any injury situation for the Beavers with Banks and Hudson, both over 400 yards rushing on the season. But Brockington stays in the ball game. He'll now be one of the 2 receivers to the right. First down and 10. They'll look to throw, a ball caught and driven out of bounds on the sideline. That'll be a tight end, Cam Page, his 17th reception of the season.
Band sounds pretty good today.
Well, they're potentially final game. You got to sound good at the end, right? Since they go to Hanover next week.
They're always good.
Second down and 6. Clark now 1 of 2 for 4 yards.
Got a timeout.
And the Beavers are going to talk about it. We'll take a timeout as well. Grizzlies lead at 7-0. This is HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN.
At Riskwork, we're Team Indiana through and through, from coaching youth basketball to protecting critical infrastructure. Like our partners at IndianaSRN, we invest in people first. That same grit and leadership on the court drives our work in cybersecurity. We help businesses stay secure, resilient, and ready with no guesswork. If you can trust us to protect the grid, you can surely trust us to protect your Indiana business.
It's game day, a time to focus on the excitement and not to worry about your insurance coverage. With Indiana Farmers Insurance, buy your...
After a short timeout, it'll be Bluffton at 2nd down and 6. Plenty of time for Clark. Finds his man inside the 30. Looking for running room is Wyckoff, and a big reception. We talked about him earlier. Over 18 yards per reception and another big first down.
Well, he looked downfield, and he checked off 3 guys. There's one. There's the second guy, and then he sees Wyckoff wide open. Might have got away with a face mask, bringing him down.
Grizzlies have Devontae Brown, Adam Young, and Max Malone up front. They generally do play a 3-man front. Their linebackers, we'll talk about them in a moment. They are very good. 1st down and 10.
Oh, false start.
And there is our first penalty. Edney, along with Cervies, Baker, and Durnill are the 4 linebackers, and all 4 of those guys should get some kind of consideration at the end of the year for all HCAC.
I agree.
When you look at Braden Baker, 54 total tackles, and Durnill with 65 total tackles, and both at 7 and 5.5 tackles for loss, respectively. 1st down and 15 now for the Beavers. Tywan Clark looking to throw, has time over the middle, and almost intercepted. Dyrese Elliott got a hand on it and nearly got an INT right there.
Back in our day, if you touched the ball, you should have what?
You should have caught it.
That's right.
You got to remember the other thing. They got those nice gloves, and we put those on before, and they're really sticky. How do you drop a ball?
We wasn't allowed to wear those gloves.
No, you had sticking, though.
It was all over my uniform. I never played.
You and Fred Bolitnikoff.
It was all over my uniform.
I know. So was his.
It was hard for the water bottle to come out of my hand.
Yeah, you had to take it on the field with you.
I did.
It's going to be 2nd down and 15 now for Bluffton. And they're going to run the football up the middle. Big hole inside the 15, the 10, the 5, and the touchdown. Brockington comes up big, a 32-yard score, and Bluffton gets 6 back on the board. Now your question is, where did Brockington come from? Because he has made it look easy so far here in this first quarter. Extra point attempt. Drew Michael will try to tie this game now at 7. See the light breeze blowing from left to right. The kick is up, and it is good. 7:32 to go, opening period. We're tied at 7.
This is LifeWise Academy. It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
During Army basic training, I found out I had 7 herniated discs. Prescription pain medication led me to a heroin addiction. I entered Wheeler's program and learned life on God's terms.
After meeting Greg, I was so impressed, I hired him. When you change that one life, it makes it all worthwhile.
Now, I have a family, house, and a job that I love. At Wheeler, you can have something everlasting.
Back here at Franklin College, Drew Michael will kick things away, tie it at 7. Kick almost in the same location. Ball comes loose, and almost another turnover there for the Grizzlies. Now, my question is, the return guy's having a little bit of a difficult time with the wind and the sun.
He's looking right into the sun. Yeah. So you got to shield yourself. Or, just got to shield yourself.
You got to shield yourself. Let's take a look at the score.
Okay, let's do it.
This was a great run.
This is a 33-yard run.
It is. Well, Franklin will have to shore up that defense the rest of the way. This is a Beavers football team coming in, averaging nearly 28 points per game. So Franklin has it 1st and 10. Will put the football at the 19-yard line, trips to the near side. And they will run the football, and there's not much there. That was Trevor Winkles on the carry.
He was bobbling this ball when he was hitting the line of scrimmage. Fortunately for Franklin, he did not fumble the ball.
They will say no gain, 2nd down and 10. Winkles will stay in as the lone setback. Trips again to the near side. Kamichek already today has a touchdown to his credit. Swing pass, and Winkles makes the catch. Able to hurdle a player on the sideline. Great play by Winkles. And first off, it happened because he was able to get away from one defender. Watch this broken tackle here. Boom.
And watch this.
Whoop! Whoop! Not bad.
Whoop! Awesome.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 3. Kamichek will keep it himself after faking the handoff, and I guarantee he did not get 3 yards.
You think he got a boo? What's up, boo?
You know what you hate about that is you had the great run by Winkles. You got it potentially going to get a 1st down there, and all of a sudden now it's 4th down and 4. And you're going to have to give up the football.
But those are games when you're on the sideline that you're making a note as a coach of, okay, here's what we did not accomplish.
Exactly.
This might be a fake here?
No. Trenton Dittmer will punt it away. Too many guys up there on the line there for Bluffton, and they're coming after him too. Short kick and a line drive kick. Beavers, they're going to pick it up and try to make a return. That might have been a huge mistake as Trey Cummings going to try to surprise a few people, but they're still going to have really good field position. 1st down and 10. Today's game brought to you in part by Beatty Insurance, a company which understands your industry and what's on the line for you. Call Lance at Beatty Insurance, 812-522-5640. 1st down and 10. By the way, Brockington, 3 carries, 44 yards, averaging over 15 yards per carry. And that'll be down at the 40-yard line.
Second time a Bluffton player falls down without really contact. Did he get 2? Maybe 1?
Yeah, they're going to call it 2nd down and 9, so just a gain of 1 yard. Javion Hudson on the carry. So we've seen so far Hudson his 1st carry of the day, and he is 2nd on the team in rushing. Empty backfield. Clark to throw. Has his man out on the flat. Should be close to, in fact, looks like he did get the 1st down at the 49. Yeah. That's going to be Payne on the reception.
Defensive line has to put a lot more pressure.
Payne, by the way, another field stretcher at nearly 18 yards per reception.
Exactly what you were talking about in pregame, right?
Yeah.
Stretched side to side.
Yep. And then your linebackers don't have a chance to stay and help because they have to cover either a receiver or the running back coming out of the backfield. And you also have the 2 tight ends that you have to worry about as well. 1st down and 10. Clark
Plenty
to
of
throw.
time. Look
Boy,
at that time.
That's great. Clark will now tuck it under and run it himself. He'll get on the turf quickly near the 45-yard line. They'll say he went down at the 46. Maybe 47. They're going to say that's where he started to slide. 2nd down and 6 now for the Beavers. Well, when you have 6 guys blocking 3, maybe 4, you have an advantage with your quarterback.
Yep, you're right.
2nd down. Only one receiver at the top. Long snap count this time. The handoff, it's going to be Hudson, and Hudson didn't get a whole lot. It's going to be 3rd down.
This 4-down territory?
You know, that's a really good question.
It's the last game of the year. This is your last game of the year here.
Well, your last game in the conference.
In the conference,
yeah. So I guess it kind of depends on. I think they probably would because they've been moving the football effectively. 3rd down and 3. If you can't get 3 yards in 2 downs, you got an issue.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
Option.
Going to keep it himself, and guess what? He got the 1st down.
Easy.
Tywan Clark, we mentioned, coming in only 116 yards on the ground, and he has run it very effectively here in the first half.
I tell you what, big 61 Carl Rose made a hit through his defender about 3 yards off the ball. And I'll just follow through you, big fella.
Exactly. Clark now 3 carries for 17 yards.
How about 335 yards? A mass coming in.
Oh, you mean pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah. 1st down and 10. And they're going to run it once again to Hudson. Hudson over the right side. Hudson still moving his feet. And I'll tell you what, you got to be impressed with that offensive line. He's able to get it down to the 34, short of a 1st down by about 4. Question is, Brockington ran so well, we haven't seen him in a while. He scored the game's first touchdown for Bluffton.
He's still on the bench, isn't he not?
He is. 2 receivers to the near side, including Wyckoff.
Wyckoff, he's good. He's go-to guy.
And only 1 reception so far here in the opening quarters. We're coming up on a minute to play. Quarterback keeper, and a big hole up the middle, and he'll slide once again. Jamarian Banks, a very smart quarterback. Why take the hit?
Yeah, he doesn't need to take the hit. You slide down, got the 1st down. Clock's running. You're in great shape here.
Football at the 24-yard line. Could be the final play here for the Beavers in the opening period, trying to take the lead. Looks like Hudson will stay in as the lone setback. Hudson, sweep around the right side. Hudson inside the 20, the 15, the 10, and finally driven out of bounds. And that running game is taking Franklin apart here in the opening period of play. He'll be down at the 4-yard line.
Now you don't have to run a play here.
So 1st and goal at the 4, and the Beavers will not run a play.
I like that. I like that. That's smart.
After 1 period of play, we're tied at 7.
Fans, are you ready to get even closer to all the action with IndianaSRN? Subscribe now and never miss a moment. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get instant access to exclusive live streams. Stay updated with real-time scores and breaking news by following us on Twitter, your ultimate source for everything Indiana sports related. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube and smash that follow on Twitter. Join the IndianaSRN family today and take your passion for high school and college sports to the next level.
Countdown. 3, 2, 1.
back here at Franklin. Today's game brought to you in part by Boilermaker Local 374. They represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication in Indiana. Whether it's a new build, upgrade, or facility maintenance, you can count on Local 374 to get the job done right the first time. First and goal now for the Beavers. Period number 2 is now underway. Brockington back in for the Beavers. Clark will give it to Brockington up the middle. Brockington's going to get close to the goal line. Looks like he'll go down at the either 1 or 2. Looks like it'll be closer to the 2-yard line. Brockington looking for his second touchdown run of the afternoon. Brockington averaging 11 yards per carry. So far, 4 carries, good enough for 44 yards. Second and goal from the 2-yard line. Tywan Clark can be dangerous down here. We'd mentioned earlier, 7 rushing touchdowns. The pitch, it'll be Brockington trying to get to the edge, and he's going to go down. Scott Serves, the linebacker, second on the team in tackles for loss with 5, and that's going to be 6. As they'll put him, actually going to put him right at the line of scrimmage. Looked like to me he'd gone out of bounds at the 3-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and goal. Cam Page, the tight end, here to the near side. And they'll split him out wide to the right. Probably would be 4-down territory right here. Brockington in the ball game. The throw to the corner of the end zone off the hand of Wyckoff and incomplete. It'll be 4th and goal. Defended well by the Grizzlies. Giddings, one of the 2 players there. And they're going to go ahead and get the 3. So Drew Michael comes in. They'll place the football at the 9, so a 19-yard field goal attempt. Bluffton now trying to score 10 unanswered after Franklin scored in their first possession of the afternoon. Good snap. The kick is on the way, and it is perfect. 13:31 remaining in the first half. Beavers lead at 10-7.
Sports fans, are you ready to get even closer to all the action with IndianaSRN? Subscribe now and never miss a moment. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get instant access to exclusive live streams. Stay updated with real-time scores and breaking news by following us on Twitter, your ultimate source for everything Indiana sports related. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube and smash that follow on Twitter. Join the IndianaSRN family today and take your passion for high school and college sports to the next level.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
Back here at Franklin, it is senior day. Bluffton leading it now 10-7. Beavers will kick off the football. Drew Michael puts a leg into this one. And another return inside the 15-yard line for the Grizzlies. Across the 25-30, the 40, the cutback, and finally brought down near the 46-yard line is Jace Moore. Good field position now for Franklin.
Good stop by Franklin as well, Troy.
So Kamichek will lead the offense out so far today, 5 of 6 for 69 yards and a touchdown. Jace Moore, a couple of receptions for 35 yards. Kamichek leads the team in rushing with 11 yards. First down and 10 at the 46. Empty backfield, 5 receivers, trips to the right. Kamichek has time, able to split two defenders across the 45, 40, 35. Great run by Kamicek down near the 32-yard line.
Pretty awesome. He had him open in a flat, chose to run the ball. Right there, see the flat right open. Instead of getting 10 yards, you got about 25.
Figure why throw when I can run it. First down and 10. Grizzlies had a great opening drive and then sputtered in their last one. Still empty backfield. 5 receivers in the ball game. Kamicek now will look to his left. Ball will be caught inside the 20. That'll be Jordan Fonda. So Fonda gets another first down. Football at the 19-yard line. So in the red zone now for Franklin. Good crowd on hand here in Sunshine, now in Franklin. Winkles, the lone setback. This time trips to the right. That is Fonda, the lone receiver, to the left. They'll fake the handoff. Kamicek toward the end zone, has a man knocked away at the last moment.
Great defense.
Pass intended for Winkles and knocked away by Jaden McBreen. So it'll be second down and 10. Kamicek now 6 of 8. He's hit 75% of his passes so far today. They'd love to get the running game going outside of Kamicek. That is Winkles out of the backfield. Will make it trips to the right. Winkles actually going to say Kamicek will keep it himself inside the 10-yard line. And another potential first down here. And in the red zone, you have a chance to get points on the board. And Kamicek a little slow getting up out of that pile. It looks like he's going to be okay. We'll be first and goal now from the 7-yard line.
Big-time quarterback draw.
He is doing it in the rushing department so far. 4 carries for 45 yards. He is averaging over 11 yards per carry here in the opening half.
I'll take that.
I will too. But I don't like the punishment he can take either.
That's true.
I formation. You don't see this very often, even anywhere in college football. And they'll look to run it, breaking a couple of tackles and making something positive out of that carry.
Boy, he ran right into his lineman.
It'll be second and goal. Going to put the nose of the football right at the 5-yard line. We might be in for a high-scoring affair today. I'll tell you, it kind of has that feel at times.
You don't feel anything else, do you?
Just high-scoring.
Okay,
no.
All right.
Maybe some indigestion from last night. Other than that, I'm good.
Oh, I see.
Trips to the right. Second down and goal. Kamicek will keep it himself. Breaks a couple of tackles into the end zone for the score. From 5 yards out. And Kamicek will give Franklin a 3-point lead. Take another look at this one. Boy, just some poor arm tackling there by the Beavers. Should have really had Kamicek stop for no gain. And so now Charlie Overton back in will attempt the extra point. Kick is good. 10-15 remaining, opening half. Franklin leads it by 4.
A great lawn starts with the right equipment. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we're here to help you make mowing easier and more enjoyable. From zero turns to lawn tractors, John Deere mowers give you the power, precision, and comfort to get the job done right. Plus, with expert service and support from Reynolds, you can spend less time worrying about your mower and more time enjoying the results. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
$10:15 remaining here in the first half. Grizzlies come back thanks to Marshall Kamicek. And the touchdown run, a short kick, and this will go out of bounds. And so the Beavers will have the football 1st and 10. As you see the flags go down there. 10:15 remaining, but I'll tell you what, nice job there by Kamicek and the Grizzlies to come back. Their offense kind of sputtered over the last possession or so, but able to get that running game. Now, the one thing I'd be concerned about just a little bit for Kamicek is I want to make sure I keep him in the ball game. Sometimes that quarterback, he's not like Taiwan Clark, where Clark slides. Kamicek is certainly going to take some punishment if he doesn't. 1st down and 10, football at the 35. Taiwan Clark, his offense back out on the field once again. They've had success running the football and almost fumbling the ball there is Taiwan Clark. He's going to get maybe a yard if they're nice to him on the spot. Clark today 3 of 6 for 32 yards passing.
They gave him a yard. Hey, thanks to our hospitality here today. Pulled pork. Pretty good today.
Best tailgate of anybody is at Franklin College. I noticed our camera guy was even bringing his own guests to the tailgate.
8 or 9 helpings.
Brought the whole family down to eat.
My goodness. You go, Daniel.
2nd down and 9. Clark to throw. Clark will tuck it and run it. Breaks a tackle there, shy of the 40. So we'll put it at the 39-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3.
We want to thank Dan Thacker, Daniel's dad, to come down with him. Glad to have you in the booth. I like parents that
support their kids.
Yep. Mama Thacker's probably watching on TV, telling everybody, that's my boy taking those pictures.
3rd down and 6, giving us ambiance.
Yes.
Empty backfield. Passing down here for the Beavers. Clark to throw. Plenty of time. Here comes the pressure. Clark will tuck it and run it again. He gets another 1st down. And the run defense so far for the Grizzlies has been anything but spectacular as the 1st down at the 48-yard line.
But the secondary, look, the secondary has them all covered. And then he just scoots, 8, 9, 10 yards? A little bit more than that? That's pretty impressive.
We got to find a way. I mean, those guys up front, they've got to contain. That means keep him inside instead of letting him get to the outside.
Well, you got to stay at home, right? If you're not staying home.
If you rush too far upfield, he'll take off. Clark generally, again, not a running quarterback, but today he's been able to do the job, 44 yards.
They must have saw that on film.
The handoff over the right side, and that'll get inside the 45-yard line. Looks like that's Brockington once again on the carry. I'm impressed with Brockington, a guy that's not even on our depth chart coming into this one.
Yeah. Which tells you had a good day of practice, or a couple of days of practice.
And the Beavers over 100 yards rushing already here in the first half.
And it's early yet.
Yeah.
Halfway through the first half.
2nd down and 5. Football at the 43. Beavers have not really had to throw the football yet today because of the running game, but Brockington gets stopped this time. Braden Baker came into the game today with 54 total tackles out of that linebacker spot, and now it's going to be 3rd down. They'll give it right back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 5. Long look at the sideline now for the Beavers. That looks like you when you're ordering breakfast. You're over there flashing all your signs. Does your wife know what your signs are when you're doing that?
Biscuits and gravy, baby. Biscuits and gravy.
That's all you know.
Timeout, Bluffton. We'll be back after this.
Poached egg on avocado toast.
Ew. Your flash fried porgy over chips.
Ew.
Your fresh Maine lobster with microgreens.
When the only thing your 8-year-old will eat is waffles.
She's fine. She's fine. Your waffles, milady.
It matters where you stay.
Yum.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Bluffton calling the timeout. 3rd down and 5. Football again at the 43. Taiwan Clark. Tight formation, everything other than one inside the hash marks. 1-on-1 coverage near sideline. Great coverage against Wyckoff. It falls incomplete, and it'll be 4th down. Beavers will punt it away. Drew Michael, who is the kicker, also the punter. That Franklin defense, they do their job. Able to stop Brockington on that one run, probably the key then to force it into 3rd down and 5.
That's a big play for the defense.
Yeah. Yeah, as many yards as they had given up so far here in the first half on the ground. And so now Kamichek will go back to work. That one will sail inside the 10. Will take a bounce to the 1. How about that punt? Woo! 99 yards to go with only 6:07.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time. Today's game brought to you in part by Piper Logistics. For more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper have been the trusted partners for inventory management, warehousing, fulfillment, and transportation. For more information, call 317-396-1023. So 1st down and 10 for the Grizzlies, leading at 14-10. Kamichek has had a great game on the ground so far. 50 yards, averaging 10 yards per carry. Kamichek, play action over the middle. Ball caught. On the reception will be Jeremy Lee. The 1st down and more near the 30-yard line.
How about 28 yards for your first play?
They will put it officially at the 29. Able to get that linebacker to freeze for just a moment and got it over Mason Brandon's head. Kamichek to throw on 1st down. Near side.
Got him.
Has a man, and another nice catch. Jordan Fonda does it again. 2 plays, and all of a sudden, you're in Bluffton territory. Take another look at it.
That's a great play.
You know your defensive back is in trouble when he doesn't even see where the football is. 1st down and 10. Handoff up the middle. Gain of about 3 on the carry. So it'll be 2nd down, and let's call it 7. Quick work on the offense here as Kamichek has him ready to go. Kamichek throws to the sideline. Another catch. This time Jeremy Lee driven out of bounds. And that's about as quick as you're going to get down on the field starting at the 1.
That was quick. 4:45 to play, first half.
By the way, that last running play was by Braden Wilkins. That was his first carry of the day. 1st down and 10. Again, football at the 13 as Franklin in the red zone again. Kamichek over the middle. Has a man. Ball caught, touchdown. Just like that, Jace Moore into the end zone. And the Grizzlies, 99 yards, And it took them, less than 2 minutes?
Right about 2 minutes.
On coverage, Brandon Resnover. And here's Charlie Overton. And Franklin, after giving up 10 unanswered, bouncing back with 20 of their own, or should say with 14 of their own. If they get the extra point right here, it is up and it is good. 4:27 remaining first half. Grizzlies on top by 11.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Franklin will kick off the football as Overton tees it up at the 35-yard line. Bluffton's offense needs something here in the first half. A return across the 25, 35, 40 at midfield. One to beat in the inside 35 and finally brought down. Great return for the Beavers and sets them up pretty nice.
I think we got a flag on the field, though. Yep, flag thrown there. I think you got a hold on Bluffton.
Deontay Golson out of Trotwood, Ohio on the return, and boy, that will hurt. It will be a holding penalty against the Beavers. Today's game brought to you in part by Dynamark. You can choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. They've been serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark builds strong relationships through exceptional service. Give them a call, 317-328-2555. Penalty will move the Beavers. Let's see where they officially spot the football. They're looking at the 27-yard line. 4:17 remaining in the first half. Empty backfield now for Tywan Clark. Clark to throw. Has time. Has his man over the middle. Ball will be caught. Looks like that may be Wyckoff on the reception out to the 37-yard line. And it will be a first down. They'll have to work quick as now the clock is under 4 minutes. And the way that Franklin was able to march down the field in their last possession, I don't think Bluffton wants to give them the ball back.
You don't want to give him too much time.
First down and 10. Nine first downs now for the Beavers here in the first half. Clark to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. It's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Franklin able to get a paw on that one.
That's number 48, Nash Strode on the deflection.
Second down and 10. Stops the clock at 3:28. Today's game is a broadcast copyright production of the HCAC and IndianaSRN. Any use of audio or video without the express written permission of those two entities is strictly prohibited. Second down, 10, empty backfield once again. Clark again to throw. Here they come, gets rid of it to the sideline. Ball's going to be caught. First down. Nigel Payne on the reception. We mentioned he averages nearly 18 yards per catch. Get another look at it. You can see Shamari Giddings on the near side trying to tell his teammates what's happening.
He's calling for the ball right here. Man, that's great eye contact with the quarterback. Brought that back in, ball in 25, 2:53 to play in the first half.
Jake Ergot on coverage that time for Franklin. First down and 10, Bluffton. In scoring position once again. Clark, a lot of field to work with over the left side, will get out of bounds at the 19. 2:39 remaining. Boy, the last time that Franklin went down the field was almost like there were no defenders, and you see Bluffton almost doing the same thing.
Yes, sir.
Franklin this year, they've given up some big-time yards in the losses they have had. Second down and 2, the pitch. They'll look for room over the left side. That'll be Hudson, and Hudson will get close. I think he finally got the first down before they blew the whistles. We have not seen Jamarian Banks, their leading rusher, yet today for the Beavers. It will be a first down inside the 20. We'll put it at the 16-yard line. And we have the 2-minute timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. Grizzlies lead it 21-10.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Hey sports fans, are you ready to get even closer to all the action with IndianaSRN? Subscribe now and never miss a moment. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get instant access to exclusive live streams. Stay updated with real-time scores and breaking news by following us on Twitter, your ultimate source for everything Indiana sports related. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube and smash that follow on Twitter. Join the IndianaSRN family today and take your passion for high school and college sports to the next level.
It'll be first down and 10. Stack trips to the near side. Clark to throw. And he'll have his man inside the 5-yard line. That's Wyckoff. And he's going to set things up as the Beavers will put it at the 2-yard line.
Defensive secondary did not communicate with each other, and he was wide open. I think if he kept his speed, I think he would have scored.
1:36 and counting here in the first half. Beavers marching down the field. Now first and goal from the 2-yard line. Hudson is the lone setback. Both your tight ends lined up to the right side. Clark hands off to his running back, Hudson, and he's not going to get in. Or did he get in? He did. So Hudson into the end zone for the touchdown from 2 yards out. And Bluffton put 6 on the board. They trail it now 21-16.
The official was a little
now there
late.
He is.
There he is.
Yeah, all those bodies in our way. You can finally see him get in right there. I think everybody thought he was going to run to the right, and he actually ran more toward the middle and toward the left. So now Drew Michael will attempt the extra point, and just like that, the Beavers get 7 on the board. 1:13 remaining before halftime. Franklin leads it by 4.
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. We consider it a privilege to have you as one of our listeners and viewers. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
This is the hotel breakfast.
It looked different online.
Do you children like eggs?
Here, they make your bones grow.
It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine.
All right, guys. Look alive.
Is it fine, Daryl?
I'm starving.
When free hot breakfast can make or break your day, it matters where you stay.
Go get him.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the...
Back here at Franklin College as Drew Michael will tee it up at the 35-yard line. And for the Franklin Grizzlies, they'll get it perhaps one more time here with 1:13 remaining.
They can score.
Well, we saw him do a little bit ago from 99 yards. Get a good kickoff return here. You never know. Inside the 20. Good block to the near side. It'll be Jace Moore brought down at the 28-yard line. First down and 10, 1:09 to go. A couple of big plays, and you might get 3 out of it.
And you have 3 timeouts left.
Kmiecek today, 10 of 12, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns. His QBR is at 260.8. That was somewhere near yours when you played at Howe High School.
Yes.
4 receivers in the lineup. 3 to the right. Kmiecek. Quick drop, throws to the near side. Ball caught by Fonda and out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
And this minute 5 will take us about 35 minutes to play.
First down and 10. What a first half for Kmiecek, both on the ground and through the air. This time trips to the right. Kmiecek rolling that way, throws, and he had a guy wide open in Bluffton territory, and he let it go in and out of his hands. Looked like that may have been Jeremy Lee. Today's game brought to you in part by Risk Work. We make people feel safe. We protect your business. You live safe. We've got you covered. Risk Work, 317-379-6755. 1 minute even remaining here in the first half. Kmiecek to throw again. Over the middle, and it's going to be knocked down. Pass intended. Looked like that might have been on coverage Nolan Mills. And looked like it might have been Jace Moore, the intended receiver.
You didn't get a first down here. You're going to give them the ball back with pretty good field position.
Third down and 10. Have to get to midfield for the first down. Kmiecek now 11 of 15 on the day. Looks to throw again. And finds his man and is going to be shy of a first down.
I would go
on the reception.
I would go here.
Looks like for Wilkins, that's his first reception of the day. 4th down and 3. Those are the football right at about the 48-yard line. Kmiecek to the near side, and pass intended for Fonda, and it's going to be knocked away by Jadon McBreen. And Bluffton will take over with 25 seconds remaining. And they'll have it just outside they're going to put it right at the 48-yard line.
20 yards, you got enough for a field goal, right?
Yeah.
You need 20, though.
But you still have 25.3 seconds remaining.
And a timeout left.
Well, this would be big if Bluffton gets the final 10 points of the first half. Franklin trying to hold on here going into the locker room. Empty backfield now for Tywan Clark. Here comes the rush. Clark able to get away from that defender. Clark open field ahead of him inside the 35 and slides down close to the 32.
You're in field goal range.
17.5. We'll give him time to set up right here, and then the whistle will start the clock. Clark will spike it, stopping the clock at 14.2. The wind, by the way, is blowing from behind the kicker, so he should have the assistance of the wind. But they'd love to get a few more yards just to help Drew Michael out. Boy, with everybody playing prevent defense, so there could be a lot of room to run.
You got a lot of room.
Still one timeout remaining for Bluffton. Clark to throw again toward the end zone. Has a man there, and it's caught for the touchdown. Beavers down the field after the Grizzlies failed on a 4th down, and Bluffton in the end zone for 6.
Look at this. Look at the time he has. Nice
catch. The defender got all turned around, and that, by the way, is Wyckoff with the touchdown reception. And, boy, I tell you what, Bluffton marching down the field once again, and they can go into the locker room with a lead as Drew Michael will attempt the extra point here, but they bobble it. And the holder will get dropped, and the extra point is no good.
That's a big point. Big point.
Not a great way to finish out the touchdown there for the Beavers. So now Franklin will get it back with 6.9 remaining. And a reminder, today's game brought to you in part by Labor's International Union of North America. They're the Build America Union. 500,000 strong. They're fighting for better wages and benefits as well as safer jobs. We are LIUNA. I was about ready to say that we'll be hiring them soon as we're looking for better wages and better benefits here at IndianaSRN.
HCAC Championship Week continues as the soccer championships are this evening at 7 o'clock. Rose Hallman hosts the women's. They will play Hanover, and Transylvania hosts Hanover in the men's. Both games 7 o'clock, both right here on the network of IndianaSRN and HCAC.TV.
By the way, Bluffton, 153 yards on the ground, 126 through the air. We talked about their balanced attack. Each team well over 200 yards of total offense as this one is squibbed along the ground. Will eventually be picked up, and there will be a return across the 30, 35, 40, up the sideline, and finally knocked out of bounds is Braden Wilkins. But that's going to do it for the first half, barring any penalty flags, which I do not see. We have gone back and forth all afternoon, and Franklin and Bluffton will go into the locker room with Bluffton on top 23-21. Real quick for Bluffton, as we mentioned, 126 yards through the air, 153 on the ground, good enough for 279 yards of total offense. For Franklin, 58 yards rushing, 195 through the air, 253 yards of total offense. To give you kind of an idea of how each team has been able to move the football today, Bluffton is averaging just under 8 yards per play. Franklin is averaging over 9 yards per play in the first half. Kamicek, 12 of 17, 195 yards and a couple of touchdowns. His QBR is now 205.8. Kamicek also finished with 50 yards on the ground, good enough for 10 yards per carry and a score as well. Fonda, Lee, and Moore, all with 3 receptions. 2 of those are averaging over 20 yards per reception. Fonda at 21.7 and Lee at 20 yards per reception. On the other side, Clark, 7 of 12, 126 yards and a touchdown in the first half. Clark also 9 carries for 66 yards. He is averaging 7.3 yards per carry. Brockington, 7 for 51. He too is averaging 7.3 yards per carry. And Hudson in the first half, 6 carries for 36 yards. And Wyckoff, after that big touchdown reception, 4 receptions, 76 yards, and he has a score in the first half.
It all started with Franklin at 11:34, scoring to make it 7-0. Bluffton comes back at the 7:32 mark at 7-7. 13:31 in the second quarter. Bluffton kicks a field goal and makes it 10-7. Franklin scores a touchdown at 10:15 to make it 14-10. Franklin scored again at 4:27 to make it 21-10. Bluffton scored at 1:13 to make it 21-17, and then kicked the field goal to go ahead 23-21 with 6 seconds to play in the first half.
All right, we'll take a timeout. We'll come back in a few moments. Second half action right around the corner as the Beavers lead this one at the half 23-21.
Teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
College football is recognized nationally as one of the best small college heavyweights, and the Touchdown Club works hard to provide this outstanding experience for all of its fans at each home game. The Touchdown Club would like to thank our primary heavyweight sponsor, Myers Shores in Franklin, and would also like to recognize our full-season Blues Game Day program advertisers for 2025 that include Richard GMC, Franklin Insurance Agency, Houston Electric, Spotlight Strategies, Burnside Express Collision, Hurricane Golf Carts, and Peterborough Television. For a quarter century, the Touchdown Club has provided the edge to the Franklin College football program, and we appreciate your continued support. We are grateful for these thousands of current and former Touchdown Club members who have helped support the student athletes, coaches, trainers, managers, and support staff during this era. You can join the Touchdown Club today at GreaterFootball.com to become one of the many who have helped to provide that extra experience which is unique and vital to our football program's tradition.
Big play here for Mount Vernon. Ertl looking right, now over the middle, fires, and it's in there for a touchdown. What a throw.
Boy, what a stick, huh?
Side out, back to the middle, and guess what? You want a point on the other side, you go to Taylor Lewis.
Here's Freeman. Has an opening shot. Score!
Stafford around a screen. Skip pass. Mays with three. Mays drive. Floater up and in at the horn.
Hand off and nice hole over the near side. 40, 35, 30. Block to the outside. 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. And that's a big one right there. And finally, somebody gets on the board.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Back here at Franklin, it is halftime. It is senior day. Bluffton with that late score leading at 23-21. A couple of other scores in the HCAC at halftime. Hanover having their way with Otterbein 42-0. Again, that is a halftime score. Mount St. Joseph, they're leading Manchester 35-7 at halftime. And Rolls-Holman just scored moments ago. They're playing Anderson. They lead that one 10-0 with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Some of the other games in college football this afternoon, many are certainly keeping their eyes at Happy Valley and Penn State, trying to pull off an upset today. They have not won a Big Ten game this year. They just scored moments ago as Indiana still leads Penn State in the fourth quarter 20-17. Number 5, Georgia, is beating Mississippi State 38-14 in the fourth quarter. Texas Tech, how about this, over BYU in the fourth quarter 26-0. That would hand BYU their first loss of the year. SMU is pounding Boston College 38-6 in the fourth. Also in the fourth quarter, it's West Virginia over Colorado 22-19. In other scores around the country today, it is Southern Miss over Arkansas State 20-14. Ole Miss is shutting out the Citadel 35-0. Ohio State fell behind early against Purdue. Coach had his hopes up really, really high at that point, but those hopes have been dashed. Ohio State now leads it at halftime 24-3.
Not bad, not bad. We're okay.
Maryland leading Rutgers out of the Big Ten 7-0 in the first. And then, of course, coming up later today, the other big game of the week, Texas A&M, they're ranked number 3. They're at number 22, Missouri. That is a 3:30 kickoff time, so we're still over a half hour on that one. Also, number 9, Oregon will take on number 20, Iowa. That's a 3:30 start time coming up this afternoon. Kansas plays at Arizona, Iowa State at TCU. Auburn is at Vanderbilt. Washington plays at Wisconsin. Washington ranked number 23 in the country. Wake Forest is at Virginia. California, Louisville. Florida State at Clemson. LSU trying to pull off an upset today. They'll play at Alabama at 7:30 tonight. And, of course, we'll keep an eye on Navy, Notre Dame at 7:30 this evening as well. Florida plays at Kentucky. Also out of the Big Ten, UCLA takes on Nebraska coming up later tonight.
Soccer for the HCAC. It's the championship night. Hanover taking on Rose-Hulman in the women's side at Rose-Hulman, 7 o'clock start. And Transylvania hosts Hanover at 7 o'clock down in Transylvania. So great night of action still with you right here on IndianaSRN and the HCAC network.
By the way, your Hoosiers just turned the ball over. I think it was an interception there by Mendoza, if I'm not mistaken. First play coming back out, and he throws an interception. But I'm not going to talk about IU. Let's talk about the second half of this one. We've seen two defenses that have struggled in the first half, so they got to find a way to shore that up in the second half.
If you're Bluffton, you feel pretty good because really you didn't have the ball as much as Anderson, as much as Franklin did, and you're up 23-21. You know, back and forth they go. They can't stop the run, and really both teams really just can't stop either team offensively.
Yeah, that's a big key right there. And so let's see what adjustments will be made in the second half. We mentioned Kamichek, 12 of 17, 195 yards and 2 touchdowns. But other than Kamichek running the football, Franklin has got no production out of their running game. He has 50 of their rushing yards, and they only rushed for 58. So they got to find a couple of guys to step up there. Clark on the other end, 7 of 12, 126 yards, but they've rushed for 153 yards and their top 2 running backs over 7 yards per carry. So then you got to Franklin's got to find a way to stop the run.
And you got to remember Franklin won to toss and elected to receive, so they will be kicking off. Bluffton had the momentum.
Do you agree with going on it for it and 4th down the way they did, and then Franklin, I should say, Bluffton came down and scored? I'm not sure I shouldn't maybe punt that thing away.
I on film, and it's live on the air, I said let's go for it, and maybe we should have. But we still got 30 minutes to play.
I always try to remind anybody who has heard Coach over the years that we do baseball as well in the HCAC, and anytime somebody gets a runner on first base, he's trying to squeeze them in from first.
Sacrifice, get him to second, make him steal to third.
That's not what you say.
Squeeze, baby, squeeze. Here we go.
All right, Bluffton will get the football to begin the 3rd quarter. That's the first time we've seen a kick go into the end zone here this afternoon, and the Beavers will take over 1st and 10.
You know what this is, don't you?
Football?
You throwing me underneath the bus. That's what that is.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. You hurt my feelings right there.
That's okay.
How long have we been working together? 7 years?
6.
6.
Yeah.
Guess you're not going to be out this 7th year.
Feels like 7.
Okay. Here you go.
All right, 1st down and 10. Football will be placed at the 25.
Hello, Jay Jones. Commissioner's watching today.
Saw Jay in Terre Haute the other night. The Rose-Hulman women ended up winning that semifinal to play in the championship now after the big upset on the other side of the bracket. They'll look to throw. Clark flushed out of the pocket again. Gives that little stutter step right there. Gained a little extra yardage on that play.
He's pretty quick.
Yeah. And it helps when you can a little stop there and go.
If I had stopped that quick, I would have just fell down.
You would have. But they put the football, I should say, at the 30-yard line.
They didn't give him a very good spot.
So 2nd down and 5. Beavers averaging 28 points per game. They almost reached that in the first half. Run over the left side. Looks like that might be Brockington. Going to be close to the 1st down. It was Brockington. He had a really good first half, and then they kind of went away from him. Gets his first carry of the second half. We mentioned earlier he was not on our depth chart coming into this game. You had Banks and Hudson. We have not seen Banks. We don't know if he was injured. No word on that one. 3rd down and 1. Handoff, Brockington got the first down and more, and then he fumbled the football. Question is, did he get it back? And the Grizzlies say they've got it. Once the unpile, it will be Franklin football.
Boy, he lost that ball going down. Watch the ball right here, Troy. It's going to pop right into your screen. Oh, they just took it right away from him, didn't they? Nice strip.
Well, I think he just dropped it. I know there are a lot of bodies in there, but he did not protect the football. Turnover deep in Bluffton territory. So Kamichek, 1st down and 10, football at the 38, and Kamichek comes out throwing wide open at the 25-yard line. Extra yardage after the catch is Isaiah Miller, and a good start for the Grizzlies. And when I mean wide open, he was wide open. 1st and 10. Kamichek to throw, looking left the entire time, has a man, touchdown. 2 plays and a score, and it will be Jeremy Lee in the end zone, and Franklin regains the lead after the turnover, 27-23. They cannot stop Kamicek this afternoon. Speaking of the Beavers' pass defense, Charlie Overton will come in to attempt the extra point.
This is an important point.
And that one is snapped right off the helmet of the snapper and heading the other way.
Here comes two.
All the way to the end zone is Nolan Mills. And how often do you see that? We'll take a timeout, take another look at it. Nothing but white jerseys heading to the other end. And a free 2 points on the board for the Beavers, but the Grizzlies lead at 27-25.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Your business depends on quality, efficiency, and reliability. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we help you stay ahead with John Deere commercial mowers built for performance. Whether you're maintaining parks, businesses, or neighborhood lawns, you need equipment that works as hard as you do. With expert service, flexible financing, and the best lineup of mowers in the industry, Reynolds keeps your operation running strong. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
A weird play that we will show again.
You think? When's the last time you saw that?
I saw it 2 weeks ago in a college game on national TV. I think it was Liberty.
All right, so the Beavers will get the football, so they essentially got 2 free points out of that.
And they get the ball.
And they will get the ball out of the end zone across the 25, still on his feet, 30, 35. Nice spin to the 40. And, boy, I tell you what, special teams for Franklin allowed him to get an extra 25 yards on the return. It'll be first down and 10.
Okay, 5 years ago, this play would have been blown dead, right? Because no one would try to advance it. But on a extra point, if you muff or fumble the ball and your defensive men pick up the ball, they can run it for safety, and that's what Bluffton sure did.
First down and 10. Put the football at the 45-yard line. Good starting position now for the Beavers. We knew both defenses had struggled this year, as Clark will keep it. Clark around the left end will get into Franklin territory at the 49-yard line. By the time we're done, both teams could be in the 40s. Like Kamicek, Clark is doing it with his arm and his legs. A combined 198 yards of total offense now for Clark on the afternoon. Second down and 4. Clark will look to throw again. Clark looking, now gives it up, and he will wisely just throw this one away.
Throws it to Coach Leonard.
I think that Franklin's wanting an intentional grounding. There's nobody in the area. Clark's going to say there was a guy over here, but the ball sailed a little bit too far away.
My water boy was on the other side.
You know, and really I'll take that and not take a sack.
No, well, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that. But now you go 5 yards back. You lose it down.
Yeah, but if he would have taken a sack, it would have been more than 5.
But it still would be second down.
But you would still, the yardage.
Second
yardage.
Down. You
Mr.
get
Squeeze Play. All right, so third down and 12. As well as they've been getting yardage, I don't think yardage is the issue. Here comes the rush. Clark dumps it over the middle. Ball's going to be caught back into Franklin territory On the reception is Hudson. Put it at the 49. So now you're looking at 4th down at about 4. I think they're going to go for it. I don't think they feel that getting 4 yards is a big deal.
Okay.
They've been averaging well over 6 yards per carry. They've been averaging well over 7 yards per pass play. 4th down and 4. Clark, empty backfield. Here comes the blitz. Clark goes down. Big sack here for the Franklin defense. It was Drew Servies who came in from his middle linebacker spot, and what a big sack it is there for the Grizzlies.
Hanging on to it. Look how close he was to lose this ball, Troy. There's the contact. There's the ball. Man. That's a good stance there.
So
that's the best stance they've had all day.
Each team has gone for a gamble on 4th down, and each one of them, it didn't pay off for them. So now, Franklin takes over 1st and 10, and we'll put it at the 38-yard line. Kamichek to throw right out of the chute. Kamichek will be brought down, and let's see, we have one of the players for Franklin losing his helmet. That was Isaac Fisher. And it almost looks like they blew that thing dead, didn't they?
Yeah, it sounded like they did.
But it's going to be 2nd down and 10. They're going to say he was down at the 38. That might be what the whistle we heard. After Fisher loses his hat, he has to come out. So 2nd down and 10. Kamichek. Screen pass to the outside. Ball will be caught by Lee. Lee, extra yardage. Lee inside the 20, and poor tackling by the Beavers. And another 1st down and yards after the catch for Jeremy Lee. Lee already 5 receptions, and he is nearing 100 yards. He may have gotten it right there. He's been averaging 16 yards per carry. 1st down and 10. Kamichek to throw once again. We'll go to the end zone. One-on-one coverage, and a flag is down. And that's going to go against Bluffton. Boy, we have seen the defensive backs today on both sides unable to get coverage.
They can't get their head across.
Yeah.
Turned around.
Yeah. Yeah, they have no idea where the football is. And that went against, I believe, number 20 there for Bluffton in the ball game. That's going to be Bailey, a freshman out of Hiram, Georgia. That's Damari Bailey. So 1st and goal now for the Grizzlies. 9:51 remaining in the 3rd. Trips to the right. Kamichek has a single receiver to the near side. They'll run it to the end zone. Touchdown, Franklin. Winkles on the board. And the Grizzlies now lead at 33-25.
Go for 2 here?
No.
Okay.
By the way, IU is losing their game 24-20 now, so we'll keep an eye on that score today. The extra point attempt is up. It is good. Franklin now leads it 34-25.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with on-demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all.
Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
College Football Saturday brought to you in part by Officially Human. Their mission is to restore respect for game officials and recognize them as authorities on the field and the court. Do your part. Practice good sportsmanship. No officials, no games. Well, let's see how Bluffton responds. They went for it on 4th down. It cost them. And the Grizzlies go down and score. And now the Beavers will get it back inside the 15-yard line to the middle and across the 30 near the 32. And it'll be 1st down and 10 now for Bluffton. Deonta Golson on the special teams return. Clark now 8 of 13, 134 yards, a touchdown. He's been sacked now twice. Kamichek, 15 of 20, 255 and 3 scores. He has not been sacked.
I think this is a pretty big series here.
Football placed at the 31. They're going to run the football. It'll be Brockington, big hole, 50, 45, 40, stealing his feet down the sideline, and then a flag late, which is probably a good call against Franklin. You saw the defensive back right there swing the player out of play. And looks like Michael Lomer, the junior out of Winnemac, will be flagged. And that's going to put another 15 yards on that play. But how about the run again by Brockington, who's really been instrumental today. Watch this cutback. And he finds a hole quickly. Where he has been, I'm not sure. But again, he was not on our depth chart. 1st down and 10 in the red zone. We'll put it at the 16-yard line. And so far we have found today no lead is safe. Tywan Clark. And by the way, Brockington out of the lineup. He'll get a break. Here's the pitch. Inside the 15 on the run is Hudson. And he'll be driven back. Short gain. So put the football again at the 14-yard line. Brockington on the day, 10 carries, 97 yards, and if my math is correct, he's averaging 9.7 yards per carry.
Pretty good.
Very good. Nowadays, if you can get 4.5 plus, that's pretty good. He's over doubled that. He's not back in the lineup. Hudson stays in. 2nd down and 8. Football at the 14. Clark to throw. 1-on-1 coverage toward the end zone. It's going to be knocked away at the last moment. Receiver tried to go up and catch that one over the top of the defensive back, and he is down.
Drew Service on the stop there.
So they will take a look at the injured receiver. First time I think today we've had a player down. Beavers really like that 1-on-1 coverage against the defensive backs there for Franklin, especially the corners. We'll take a timeout while they take a look at the injured player. Franklin on top, 34-25.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with on-demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
College football Saturday brought to you by Family Source Insurance. Pat Cherry is your independent agent, proudly representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. If you'd like more information, give him a call, 317-894-7000. The injured player still down for Bluffton. As you hear the reaction of the crowd, he is up and heading toward the bench. Indiana trailing Penn State 24-20, 2 minutes remaining in that one. If IU loses and BYU loses, two more undefeated teams will go down today.
Is BYU losing?
Big, 24-7.
Over?
Against Texas Tech.
Wow.
And they're about 3:40 to go, so it looks like BYU is going to lose. 3rd down and 8. By the way, Brockington is back in. He has had his way this afternoon against that Franklin defense. Trips to the left. Clark to throw. Has plenty of time. And then he throws to the end zone. Ball will be caught. It's going to be a first down at the 1-yard line. Great catch by Jashawn Wyckoff.
Is that ball tipped? Let's see here.
No.
Oh, he caught it. That ball was almost intercepted.
Hayden Bulmer almost got it. But now 1st and goal as the Beavers line up in their power offense right here. They have 2 tight ends. Everything inside the hash marks other than the 3 on the left side. Handoff, Brockington. He will get into the end zone for the score. And we go back and forth. Bluffton back with another 6 points. Is now 34-31.
You go for 2 here?
Why not? But they won't.
Okay.
So Drew Michael coming in will make it a 2-point game. I have a feeling they know there's going to be a lot more points scored here today, so 1 won't make much of a difference. The extra point attempt is good. Franklin 34, Bluffton 32 on HCAC.TV, powered by IndianaSRN.
Did you know, according to the National Federation of High Schools, 80% of new officials quit the game after just 2 seasons because of abusive behavior from the stands and sidelines?
Your kid's Friday night touchdown. Just Wit HD on Roku. IndianaSRN is bringing Central Indiana high school sports right to your living room in crystal clear quality. With over 350 live contests streaming each year, from football under the lights to basketball buzzer beaters, we're putting local athletes in the spotlight. Search IndianaSRN on your Roku device today and never miss a moment of hometown glory.
Back here at Franklin, the Beavers just keep coming back. A combined now 66 points between these two teams. Both have surpassed their season averages, as that will go into the end zone for a touchback. Boy, with a big day today of college football and, of course, the NFL. The Colts, by the way, play tomorrow. They're over in Berlin, as that's a 9:30 a.m. kickoff time, but I don't think Aspen Creek Grill is open then. But if it were, that'd be the place to go to watch the game.
I bet you might open that early.
You might. If you're looking for fresh, amazing food and servers who truly care about your experience, make sure you check out Aspen Creek Grill. 1st down and 10. And before we get the play off here. They're going to reset the play clock.
Halftime score, Rose-Hulman 24, Anderson 0.
So Kamichek will look to throw on first down, makes the completion on the near sideline. A short gain. Gans making the reception. That's his first of the day.
How about this? Blocked field goal with a minute to go. Rose-Hulman blocked the field goal and ran it 70 yards for a touchdown. It's like our extra point.
Yeah, exactly. 2nd down and 3, and we'll stop play again.
Oh, going to change out the football. The kicking football was on the field. You know, that has helium in it.
I know, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
You don't want that ball hanging up too much on your
No,
quarterback.
not now. Not today.
It's funny, he had the ball in the last play. Nobody said anything. Kamichek will roll to his right. Stops down the middle of the field. Intercepted. First interception of the day for Kamichek and the Beavers. Mason Brandon, the linebacker, drops back in coverage and picks it off. And the Beavers get a big turnover in Franklin territory. I don't think he even saw him here.
I think he didn't see him. Rush there.
There he is right there in the left part of your screen.
Coming right there.
Right there he is, yep. So now the Beavers take over 1st and 10. And they will have it at the Franklin 46-yard line. Just over a minute remaining for Indiana, trailing 24-20 in their contest. 1st down and 10. Handoff straight up the middle by Hudson, and Hudson down to the 40. You know, our producer's TV signal's a little ahead of mine, and I can always tell her there's something good or something bad is happening. Can you tell Jack's an IU fan?
Oh, I can tell Jack's an IU fan.
So we got a Purdue, a Michigan, and an IU all in the same
and we're all working together today.
Yeah, we are. One thing I can tell you, Michigan will not lose today. 2nd down and 4. A lot of shifting going on for the Beavers, and they're going to run it. Hudson on the carry around the left side, inside the 30, the 20, still on his feet, and Franklin is being pounded on the ground. They cannot stop the run.
He dragged him at least 6 yards. Look at this.
This is Hudson's best run of the day.
There's another miss. That's 3.
Well, Max Edney, the linebacker, should have had him. Inside the 20, down to the 13-yard line. First down and 10. Hudson's will stay in the backfield. Tight end will reshift to the right. It'll be Hudson on the carry. Hudson dives ahead. He'll get to the 11.
And now we're at the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. This is a crazy game.
Happens that way when your defenses are struggling, doesn't it? Offenses are too good these days in the passing department, but the way that Bluffton has run the football, they came in averaging 171. They're at 227 on the day. And we still haven't made it to the fourth quarter yet. Trips left. Looking to throw. Here comes the pressure. And he got rid of the football, and there is a receiver over there.
Yeah, but he didn't make it to the line of scrimmage.
Are you sure? Looks like that football to me got inside the 5. Clark trying to listen to the conversation of the officials. Yeah, I think it's 2nd down. Yeah, that football got past the line of scrimmage because the line of scrimmage is the 13.
I owe you an apology. Sorry about that.
So it'll be 3rd down and 8. Hudson stays in as the lone setback. Hear the Franklin crowd. Here comes the blitz again. Clark steps up, throws to the end zone, has a man, and then overthrows him. It'll be Wycliffe, the intended receiver. And now it's going to be 4th down and 8. And here you get the 3 and take the lead. So here comes Drew Michael. Bluffton has outrushed Franklin today, 227-60. Franklin has outpassed Bluffton, 262-147. Both teams well over 300 yards of total offense. From the 18, it'll be a 28-yard attempt. The kick is up. It is good. Beavers regain the lead with 4:30 to go in the third, 35-34.
This is LifeWise Academy. It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
During Army basic training, I found out I had 7 herniated discs. Prescription pain medication led me to a heroin addiction. I entered Wheeler's program and learned life on God's terms.
After meeting Greg, I was so impressed, I hired him. When you change that one life, it makes it all worthwhile.
Now, I have a family, house, and a job that I love. At Wheeler, you can have something everlasting.
Back here at Franklin College, it is 35-34, Indiana Penn State.
Oh, yes, sir.
Indiana trying to score to take the lead, but a very close call at the back of the end zone. And now Franklin will get the football back, trailing, and a good return across the 40, 45, 50 into Bluffton territory. And Franklin set up extremely well once again, thanks to the nice return. Neither team really going by what their depth chart was telling us earlier.
Well, we already learned that we don't trust the depth charts anymore.
As looks like Braden Wilkins on the return. So 1st down and 10 will put the football at the 45-yard line. We may get past the 40s for both these teams. Here's Wilkins out on the flat and then out of bounds. Let's see where he stepped out. They'll say at the 40. Looks like they did score that touchdown, huh? Your wife will be happy.
Yeah.
You think she's screaming at home?
I need them to win right now.
2nd down and 5. Kamichek, empty backfield, will throw over the middle. Ball caught in a big-time hit, but he holds on. Looks like that's Jace Moore. And this is a game of running on one side and then passing on the other side. 1st down at the 20. Look at this again. Franklin coming right back. That's a great catch and taking a hit.
There's 3 guys around that football.
1st down and 10. Empty backfield, Kamichek once again. Kamichek will tuck it under and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
I think Jackie's going to have a heart attack.
I think he is too.
How we need is the Boilermakers to make a comeback.
Who? I wouldn't hold my breath on that one.
Okay, thanks.
2nd down and 10.
Oh, you got him.
Kamicek again to the end zone. Got him. Touchdown.
That's beautiful.
Jordan Fonda from 20 yards out, and Franklin regains the lead, 40-35.
Troy, 12:55, Franklin scores. 12:55, Bluffton scores on the botched field goal. 9:45, Franklin. 7:35, Franklin. 4:30, Bluffton. And now here we go at 2:32, Franklin.
And the Grizzlies will go for 2 right here. Wilkins in the backfield. Kamicek has been able to run it into the end zone with his legs today, but he's going to throw and has his man, and it's going to be Fonda for the 2-point conversion. So Franklin adds 2 more on the board. 2:32 to go in the third. Grizzlies lead at 42-35.
Sports fans, are you ready to get even closer to all the action with IndianaSRN? Subscribe now and never miss a moment. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get instant access to exclusive live streams. Stay updated with real-time scores and breaking news by following us on Twitter, your ultimate source for everything Indiana sports related. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube and smash that follow on Twitter. Join the IndianaSRN family today and take your passion for high school and college sports to the next level.
Countdown. 3, 2, 1.
What a wild one we have going here, 42-35. By the way, Kamicek today, 19-25, 307 yards and 4 touchdowns. Will certainly put him in for the running for the HCAC Offensive Player of the Week. Franklin trying to get a solid win here today before they have to go to Hanover, and a fumble on the return. Fortunately, went right back into the awaiting arms as we have some extracurricular activity on the sideline, but Hudson almost fumbled that one right back to the Grizzlies. So now Jamarian Banks, who has not played today, has left the running game up to Brockington and Hudson. Clark has had a nice running day as well, 227 yards on the ground. Still not in a situation where you have to start throwing the football, but will they continue to be able to run? First down and 10, again with 2:28 remaining. And they will run the football. How about Brockington? Brockington, the cutback, takes a hard
nice hit.
Do you remember a running back in the NFL? His name was John Brockington.
Yes, sir.
Played for the Green Bay Packers. We have a new player here in Brockington doing his job. We have an injured player now for Bluffton. They've had a couple of players go down recently. Updates on some scores. We mentioned Indiana did score. They lead Penn State 27-24. They're down to their last 20 seconds of that contest. Penn State does have the football. Texas Tech, they dominated BYU today. They have 30 seconds remaining there. Texas Tech leads 29-7. Ohio State now leads Purdue 27-3.
We're on our way back, though.
You know what? I'll give Purdue credit, because if that were a year ago, it'd be like 57-3.
And we were ahead 3-0, then we let you guys score.
You're not talking about you. We.
Oh, that we can't talk about that. Yeah, you're wearing an M on your hat.
Yeah, don't be.
Not an O.
We're not worthless nuts up there in Ann Arbor.
Oh, my goodness.
It'll be second down and 2 for those Bluffton fans that are watching. You can tell I'm a Michigan fan. Handoff, nowhere to go for Brockington. I'm not so sure. I got to ask you, though. When you see a play like that, as now Franklin has a player down, when you see a play like that and you've seen today, Bluffton have been running so effectively between the tackles. Why try anything fancy?
I don't know.
I mean, until they stop me as Max Edney coming off the field, I'm going to keep running at you because I won this thing at the line of scrimmage in my running attack. Maryland Rutgers tied at 7. They play in the second quarters. We keep an eye on the Big Ten today as well. 3rd down and 2, empty backfield. They're going to need Edney in the lineup, Franklin the rest of the way, so hopefully he's okay. Under 90 seconds to go. Here comes the blitz. He takes a hard hit and is overthrown, intended for Cam Page, and now it's going to be 4th down.
Boy, he got hit hard, and I think if he would have had one more step, he would have had it.
Well, Bluffton may gamble right here at 4th down and 2.
Why would you go for this? You got a whole quarter left.
Because defense can't stop anybody.
You got a whole quarter left.
Because your defense can't stop anybody. If they're not going to stop him now, they're going to stop him in the 4th quarter. So Bluffton will go for it on 4th down and 2. They have to get to the 40. 2 tight ends in. Hand on because it's going to be the quarterback keeper, and there you go, Clark. Clark at the 35 and slides down, and that's why you go for it at 4th down and 2.
Okay.
Clark able to get a big run right there. By the way, Franklin was biting on the handoff to Brockington, and that's why that hole was open. Now, I don't think Jack right there, our producer, was stretching, but I could have sworn he did an IU thing, with his arms. They do that IU.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he did that right there.
Yeah.
Jack is a happy man.
This booth is up for joy here. Here we go.
Under 35 to go, 1st down and 10. Bluffton coming right back. Clark has a man open at the 25, makes the catch down near the 21-yard line.
I would do it. I would just not call a play here.
That was Nigel Payne on the reception, and I don't think they will. We will head to the 4th in a high-scoring HCAC football game from Franklin. 42-35 Grizzlies.
A great lawn starts with the right equipment. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we're here to help you make mowing easier and more enjoyable. From zero turns to lawn tractors, John Deere mowers give you the power, precision, and comfort to get the job done right. Plus, with expert service and support from Reynolds, you can spend less time worrying about your mower and more time enjoying the results. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose DynaMark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. DynaMark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
If you have just joined us, you have missed really offensive game of football. 42-35. We have seen everything in this game. Frank, don't you think? Oh, you're not Frank Gifford.
I was going to say, you sure who's here today?
You're Troy Derrigaski.
Yes, I am. All right, 1st down as the Beavers on the march here. 1st and 10. Clark trying to take off, and he's going to get something positive. Should have been a negative right there. We ended up breaking a couple of tackles. Max Malone, flags are down, but Malone was the first one to get him. And the way that Bluffton is reacting, they say this is on Franklin.
See, I disagree with this call. I hate to disagree with the referees, but you just got to let this play through.
Well, can we see it again? Did you ever replay that? No.
See, I'm right.
So it's going to be an automatic first down. Football will be placed at the 10-yard line. Some confusion here for Tywan Clark.
By the way, there were 6 scores in that third quarter. That took about an hour.
Yeah. You said, hey, we're going pretty quick.
I blew it.
Yes, you did. Clark looks to throw toward the end zone again, and it's incomplete. Intended for Payne. They love that play, those fade routes to the end zone.
That's how they beat Rose-Hulman in the overtime. Or double overtime.
2nd down and 10. Clark, by the way, 10 of 20, 160 yards. They now have over 400 yards of total offense. Clark will reset Hudson. Clark this time over the middle, and it's a diving catch and a touchdown. And there he is, Wyckoff once again. Big time receiver, just a freshman. And now it's a 1-point ball game. Take another look at it right here. And he's literally wide open.
Oh, and how he cradled that ball.
Well, I said we'd get in the 40s. We made it. We might.
Could we get in the 50s?
We might. Drew Michael with the extra point attempt. And it's blocked.
But go dive on the ball.
So the extra point, the second time we have seen a botched extra point by Bluffton. And Franklin leads it 42-41.
Poached egg on avocado toast.
Ew. Your flash fried porgy over chips.
Ew.
Your fresh main lobster with microgreens.
When the only thing your 8-year-old will eat is waffles.
She's fine. She's fine. Your waffles, milady.
It matters where you stay.
Yum.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
College Football Saturday brought to you in part by Wheeler Mission. For over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. Call them, 317-686-6239. Drumstick Dash coming up Thanksgiving morning. You sign up yet?
Not yet.
Better hurry. So a 1-point ball game. Franklin a return inside the 10. It's been an offensive day for sure as Moore is driven down shy of the 30. We've had a combined 800 yards of total offense.
My stat sheet is almost full, so I need to go to page 2.
Yes, you do.
Pretty impressive, huh?
Very impressive.
See all those
especially
stats.
For a pen that didn't have any ink earlier.
Yeah, well, I got a new one. Oh. Thanks to Lance Marshall, the athletic director.
First,
he's a great guy. Thanks, Lance.
I'm sure he's impressed you only brought one pen. That's first down and 10. Again, the football is at the 27-yard line. Kamichek to throw. Out on the flat, ball will be caught, and then out of bounds on the far side.
And can we say thank you to Stephen Moore as well. Stephen helped us with the equipment today. Thanks to them.
Second down and 3.
I'm going to miss the tailgate.
I know. You got some hats out of it, though, from last time.
I sure did.
Kamichek to throw again. Kamichek. This time he's going to go down. That'll go down as a sack. First time he's been sacked this afternoon. Big 98, Aaron Carmack Lovett, one of the first ones in there. And another injured player for the Beavers. They've had a lot of guys go down here in the second half. We mentioned the amount of yardage we have seen today. Bluffton, 433 yards of total offense. That was before that last play we'd seen here. And Franklin, 367. Again, a combined 800 between the two teams. Bluffton is averaging 7 yards per carry. Each team is averaging over 15 yards per reception. It has been a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare today, just trying to stop the other team. $9:15 remaining. Now Ohio State leads Purdue 27-3. A lot of the games that were 3:30 kickoff times have now gotten underway out of the Big Ten. Rutgers leads Maryland 14-10. They're in the second quarter. Here we have 3rd down and 7. Kamichek will have 3 receivers to the near side. He'll look to throw again. Kamichek over the middle, ball caught. It'll be a first down at the 43-yard line. Here's another look at it. He has had success throwing over the top of those linebackers in an open hole. First down and 10. Kamichek will throw again. Steps up in the pocket, down the middle of the field. Has a man, caught again inside the 15-yard line. And there is Jace Moore again.
He's been there all day.
Moore, after making that catch, before that I should say, he was averaging 17 yards per reception. 3 players for Franklin averaging over 17 yards per catch. Kamichek gets hit, throws it in the end zone, touchdown, Jordan Fonda once again, and Franklin, another 6 on the board, now leads at 48-41. Kamichek, his 5th touchdown of the day. Watch this as he gets hit. Wide open.
Wide open in the flat.
Beavers blew some coverage there, so now Overton will come in to attempt the extra point. By the time that the Franklin staff gets done adding up all these numbers, they're probably not going to have any room, just like you on your sheet. Extra point is good. 12:31 remaining. Grizzlies on top, 49-41.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Franklin sets up for the kickoff as the Beavers now down by 8 here in the 4th quarter, in a wild affair going on Senior Day. And the Beavers have a return, and they've had success up until about that point on the slip. So they'll have it inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Today's game brought to you in part by LifeWise Academy. LifeWise programs support educators and communities by improving student outcomes. With LifeWise Academy, your community can bring biblical values back into the classroom. Give them a call, 614-367-5767. 12:28 remaining. Beavers trying to go to 4-2 in the conference. They've been able to move the football today on the ground. First down and 10. Again, the football at the 24. They're going to run it. It'll be a quarterback keeper, and Clark around the edge. Looks like he may have gotten another first down. By the way, Brockington 106 yards today. Clark is nearing 100 himself, and Judson at 73 yards. 383 now by Kamicek. He's 23 of 29, 5 touchdowns, and again a completion percentage at 79.3. First down and 10, football at the 37. Clark resetting his tight end, and they'll run it again. Nothing this time. A rare stop for Franklin here today. Brockington on the carry. Looks like Drew Serves was one of the first ones in there. Well, I can tell you right now, this is the highest scoring game you and I have done together.
In about the last 3 years.
And this is also the highest yard total game we've had.
Are we close to 900 yards yet?
Yes. 873. Second down and 10. Clark to throw. Clark has 5 black jerseys coming after him, and he's able to get out of bounds here on the near side. They'll put him out at the 44-yard line. One thing about this, you don't have to hurry. Still plenty of time in the clock.
Yeah, but you don't. Yeah, 3rd and 3 here.
Oh, they'll go for it. It's 4th down territory.
No, it's too early.
Yes,
it's too early. Oh,
no.
Troy.
They went for it last time.
Troy.
I told you they would.
Too early.
They will go for it. 3rd and 3. Well, they're waiting a long time here to get this play in. Yeah, each team has all 3 timeouts, and they may just get a timeout right here. We'll take a timeout as well. 49-41, Franklin.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you can be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Hey sports fans, are you ready to get even closer to all the action with IndianaSRN? Subscribe now and never miss a moment. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get instant access to exclusive live streams. Stay updated with real-time scores and breaking news by following us on Twitter, your ultimate source for everything Indiana sports related. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube and smash that follow on.
3rd down and 3 following the timeout. Clark, here comes the blitz. Screen set up over the middle. First down and more. It'll be Brockington to the outside. He's at the 35 and brought down. And a great play call there for the Beavers. And they get another first down.
That's a big first down.
Football again at the 34. And look at this. Got blockers ahead. But that was a great block on the inside that freed him up to get the extra yardage. And the yardage just keeps adding up here in this one. We could get close to 1,000 by the time we're done here this afternoon. First down and 10. Overloaded on the right side. They're going to hand it off. It'll be Hudson on the carry. Hudson inside the 25, down near the 23-yard line. And Franklin just cannot stop the run today. Before that carry, the Beavers had 262 yards on the ground. Well, the big question is, if you score and you make it 49-47, do you go for 2? Knowing that your defense has struggled on the other side. First down and 10. In football at the 23-yard line. Hudson stays in as the lone setback. 2 tight ends. Hudson on the carry. Hudson trying to get to the outside, and he will take a hard hit, but he'll gain, looks like, a couple of yards on this one, maybe more. He is down as well. Well, the Beavers have just had some bad luck here in the second half. They've had several key players go down. Hudson, the latest. Second of the team in rushing. And they'll check him out. I think he took that hard hit as he went down, and
he's up.
And that is good news. They'll get him back. We have not seen Jamarian Banks at all today, their leading rusher, and also a guy who can come out of the backfield. He had 11 receptions on the season out of the backfield. So let's place the football at the 18-yard line. It'll be second down and 5. Well, they have those 2 tight ends. They're both lined up to the right. Pretty much tells you, unless something tricky here, they're going to run the football. And I say that, they're going to throw. Clark down the sideline behind his intended receiver. Good coverage by Shamari Giddings. It was intended for Wyckoff. And now it'll be third down and 5.
Big third down here. Beautiful sun and shiny.
Isn't it beautiful here?
It is.
I heard it's kind of cloudy back home, though.
I've just been notified.
Third down and 5. Clark, the keeper, and Clark gets stopped, and he may even lose some yardage.
That's the first big stop of the day.
Clock under 8 minutes. If you are Bluffton, you're going for it. I know you didn't like to last time.
I tell you, I'm going for 3.
Well, I'm not.
I'm going for 3. I got plenty of time.
Your defense can't stop anybody.
Oh,
Kamichek, 383 yards, 5 touchdowns. 23 of 29 in the passing department. I'm just glad I'm not letting you run my defense. Fourth down and 5.
Big play. Come on.
Clark got the first down, and Wyckoff steps out of bounds.
I told you I'd go for it.
You know, and I like that play. Bottom line is you force the defensive back on his heels. You cut it off. Make sure you're at the stick to get the first down. Easy enough. You don't have to be
but wouldn't you want to throw it inside?
No.
Okay.
You're not going to believe anything I say today, are you?
No, I believe completely what you said.
First down and 10. Beavers. Pitch. Brockington to the end zone, scores again. 11 yards out, and Brockington, adding to his over 100 yards, gets on the board again, and Franklin now leads it by 2. That's just, to me, hard-nosed football. We're going to run it at you, and you're going to have to find a way to stop us. Now, we mentioned a little bit ago, will the Beavers go for 2? And they will. I'm just glad that you weren't running the offense there. You'd have gone for 3, given Franklin the football back. 2-point conversion attempt here. Tight ends will shift to the left. Brockington Brockington out of the backfield, and a flag flies.
Ball start.
Nope, I think it's
timeout.
Got
Franklin.
a timeout. Oh, they got it just in time. And I'll tell you why that was a good timeout. You knew that Bluffton, with those two tight ends lined up to the left, and then you had Brockington coming out in motion, that they were going to go to the left side. Clark on the afternoon, 12 of 22, 193 yards, couple of touchdowns, but it has been Brockington, 14 carries, 106 yards, 7.6 yards per carry, 2 scores, and Clark has had a great day on the ground as well. 17 carries, 103 yards. He is averaging 6.1, and Hudson, who's had a nice day, 11 carries, 84 yards. He is averaging 7.6 yards per carry. So the Beavers today on the ground, 293 yards. They've outgained Franklin 293 to 57, and they're averaging 7 yards per carry. Big 2-point conversion here. Clark resetting Hudson. Clark rolling, throwing, and the 2-point conversion is good as he got to the pylon, and it was Hudson. And it's 6:47 remaining. We're tied at 49.
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. We consider it a privilege to have you as one of our listeners and viewers. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN. This means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
This is the hotel breakfast.
It looked different online.
Do you children like eggs? Here, they make your bones grow.
It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine.
All right, guys. Look alive.
Is it fine, Daryl?
I'm starving.
When free hot breakfast can make or break your day, it matters where you stay.
Go get him.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the
926 yards of total offense between these two teams today, as you see Drew Michael teeing it up at the 35. And yes, we're tied at 49, as that will sail over the head of Jace Moore into the end zone. So Franklin takes over, 6:47 remaining. Today's game brought to you by Morales Group Staffing. They're in business to create a better future for you, your family, and the community we share. Whether you're looking for the right career or the perfect candidate, they're here to help. Give them a call, 317-472-7600. Here's the 2-point conversion. Boy, and he had very
close.
little room to spare.
You bet.
First down and 10. Football at the 25. Shadows now starting to make their way over the turf here this afternoon. Kamichek will look to run. Has room, and he'll slide down shy of the 40. Franklin crowd wanted a late hit, but that was not the case. And it will be a first down for Kamichek. They are in no hurry at this stage. The one thing you don't want to do is give Bluffton the football back with time on the clock, but you also want to get yourself into field goal range at least.
Oh, I think you need more than 3.
5 receivers now in the lineup. Kamichek throws low. It's incomplete. It'll stop the clock at 6:06. Well, your worst scenario would be to get the 3 if you're going for points. When's the last time? Have we had an overtime game yet this year?
Yes. Double overtime.
Second down and 10. Kamichek to throw again. Flushed out of the pocket. Signal his receiver to go down the sideline. He did not, but a flag is down against the Beavers. That'll go against Travion Curry, the linebacker. Big penalty there against Bluffton. So an automatic first down. Kamichek closing in on 400 yards of passing this afternoon. I have a feeling at this stage he could be the player of the week in offense with those kind of numbers. I doubt anybody else has put up those kind of numbers today. And he's also thrown at 80, or should say 79%. First down and 10. They're going to hand it off, and it will be Wilkins on the carry. Wilkins, the cutback inside the 35, still on his feet, close to the 31-yard line. Nice run by Wilkins.
That's best his ran all day.
They have just not run the football at all today very well. But Wilkins got that nice block right there by Jace Moore. And he also had one of your offensive linemen down the field. That was Isaac Fisher. First down and 10. Empty backfield again for Kamichek. Over the middle, and it might have been touched at the line of scrimmage as it falls incomplete.
I think the big fella got it, 99.
Second down and 10. It'll stop the clock at 5:16. Want to get into field goal range. I don't think they're quite there yet. Kamichek again to throw. Pumps and now scrambles, sets up, throws it here to the near side. A very wobbly pass, but it's out of bounds. Intended there for Jace Moore. And now third down and 10.
Yeah, I think his arm got hit here on the throw.
Boy, you always hate that way that the quarterback comes through, and once you get hit, it can really do some damage to your arm. Good coverage downfield as well. Either way, he got hit as he was throwing the football, but a big third down and 10. Kamichek again to throw, has time, over the middle, and it falls incomplete, but another flag down against the Beavers. I think they got Jalen Lee, the freshman out of Toledo, wearing number 21. So an automatic first down. Boy, that's tough right there for Bluffton.
Yes, sir.
You had potentially, if it's an incomplete pass, a fourth down and 10, and then Franklin would have had to make a decision on Charlie Overton and perhaps a field goal attempt, but now you have a first down, 5 minutes remaining. Kamichek ready to throw again, has good time, now flushed out of the pocket. Still on his feet, throws downfield, and it will be caught inside the 10-yard line. And the catch made by Jordan Fonda, who's had a great day today, as Franklin's one of their top receivers, in fact, the top receiver. Now 8 receptions, a couple of touchdowns. He and Jace Moore both over 100 yards receiving.
Saw that his quarterback was in danger, came back to the ball, got to the first down mark. Great play.
First down and goal from the 9. Kamichek again. Kamichek looking, now throws.
Wide
has
open.
A man, and he could not haul it in. Well, that would have been huge for Franklin, but it went right between his hands. We've had a couple of drops today for Kmiecek, but so far his receivers have been very reliable. By the way, Fonda now 8 receptions, 129 yards. Moore 5 receptions, 112. And Lee has 5 receptions for 100. Very rare you have 3 receivers with over 100 yards. 2nd and goal. Kmiecek again to throw. Kmiecek.
Oh, get rid of it.
Near side.
Get
and
rid
he
of
will
it.
not, as he goes down at the 15, or going to put it at the 16-yard line. Probably you're right. A ball there, you throw it away and live for another day. Because now you're back to the 16-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and goal. You are in field goal range here. That's the good news. And the clock continues to tick.
Yeah, but the snap and the hold has not been really good on the extra points today.
That is Jace Moore in motion. Kmiecek to throw, pumps, and now goes short and in and out of the hands of Wilkins. And now it's 4th down. He would have had a chance, I think, to get into the end zone. If not, it would have made that field goal attempt much easier, but let's see if they're even going to go for a field goal here. The offense stays out there. Interesting. Because you'd only be looking at maybe a 33-yard attempt. Franklin will go for it. 4th and goal. Kmiecek to throw to the end zone. Ball is caught, but it's out of bounds, and they'll turn it over on downs. Isaiah Miller made the catch, but Bluffton takes over at the 1.
Well, we've seen a 99-yard drive one way today.
Well, here's my only issue with that. If I'm going to throw it, you know it's got to be in the end zone. My receiver has to be in the end zone.
Yeah.
So kind of a questionable call that time for Franklin to even go for it from the 16-yard line. But now you give up the football. I guess you're hoping your defense is going to hold here and force Bluffton to punt, and you'll get it back. So now the Beavers at the 1-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Clark from his end zone. Clark will just run it out of bounds, no gain.
He almost ran out of the end zone. He had some room to spare, but woo!
Well, that's kind of a gutsy call
That's
right there.
That's gutsy right there.
2nd down.
You get called for holding there, that's 2 points.
Well, it's a good thing it didn't.
That's
idea.
my point.
I think that Franklin's gambling right here that their defense is going to hold. They'll get good field position, and then they'll be able to get it into field goal range.
We're close to the 2-minute warning.
Each team has 2 timeouts. Clark, 1 receiver to his right. He's looking that way, and it's
intercepted.
Nope, he dropped it. Nearly intercepted on a very, very tough throw, as Giddings almost made him pay for it. Giddings, the junior out of Logansport. You know, you could read that because there was only 1 receiver over there. I'm not sure why you threw that way. You had 3 different players over there. It was easy coverage. 3rd down and 10. Clark out of his end zone. Over the middle. Ball's caught. 1st down. Big play. They got him 19 yards and a 1st down.
People were holding their breath there.
Guess who again? Wyckoff.
He's been the star of the day.
Been a big one.
For them, yes.
Of course, their running attack.
You could run this down to the 2-minute timeout.
And that's
exactly
what they're going to do. 2-minute timeout. We're tied at 49 here at Franklin. Big play here for Mount Vernon. Ertl looking right, now over the middle, fires, and it's in there for a touchdown. What a throw. Boy, what a stick, huh? Side out, back to the middle, and guess what? You want a point on the other side, you go to Taylor Lewis.
Here's Freeman. Has an opening shot. Score!
Stafford around a screen, skip pass. Mays with 3. Mays drive, floater up and in at the horn.
Hand off, and nice hole over the near side. 40, 35, 30. Block to the outside. 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. And that's a big one right there. And finally, somebody gets on the board. Tied at 49. 2-minute timeout is now behind us. First down and 10 for Bluffton. They've got to get into field goal range if they want to end this thing in regulation. Clark to throw again to the sideline and almost picked off. I'm telling you what, that would have been, if it weren't for Wyckoff to wisely know that he turned from receiver to defensive back to knock that one away. Otherwise, it would have been intercepted. Second down and 10. We're in a situation now where you really can't run the football. Only 5 seconds went off the clock on that play, but everything pretty much in the air. You got a long way to go. I say that, and they run it up the middle. Not much there.
Do you think you're playing for overtime here?
I hope not. You still have a minute 45. I'd be a little more hurry-up offense here, though. I mean, they've left 10 off. Now 15 seconds have come off the clock. I think the idea is always you play for the win on the road, not the tie. And they've let a lot of time run off the clock right here. I think that's a huge mistake. Third down and 3.
They ran off 35 seconds off the clock.
Clark to throw, got hit, made the completion, but it's not enough. I just don't like the idea that you have. I'm assuming that Bluffton has some kind of a hurry-up offense. I would rather get into it, not let Franklin have a chance to, number one, sub, number two, to read what you're going to do. Let's get out there and let's go.
Or you get a turnover. You get a turnover right here, 10 yards, they're in field goal range again. Though I was surprised that Franklin didn't go for the field goal when they were down here.
I did too. I was very surprised by that, because that was 4th down and goal from the 16-yard line. And I would think that your kicker could hit it from, even if he was from the right hash mark, that he could kick that. What do we say it ended up being, like 27 yards, 27, whatever it was, at the most. First down and 10, but still you have a long way to go, 66 yards. Bluffton has 1 timeout remaining. Clark,
spy.
He's going to go down.
They had a spy on him.
Maybe they don't have a hurry-up offense.
I don't know.
There is no way. They cannot get the play in fast enough. A lot of indecision on the sideline there of what they're going to run. Either they're not getting the information upstairs to the sideline fast enough.
You have to get in front of the defender. 20 seconds. Holy smokes, Troy.
Could be the final play right here in regulation. Clark got away from the sack there. He'll take off and run, and he will get the first down, but 6 seconds remaining. See, you look back on that, and at least a minute of standing around time for Bluffton.
Well, more than that, because they ran it at 35 seconds off the shot clock, the ready for play clock, and another 35.
Yeah,
so
that's what I said, at least a minute.
Yeah, right.
Standing
okay.
around.
I got you.
And now they get a timeout with 6.3. Made no sense.
Well, you played for the overtime. I think you played for the overtime.
Why?
You're on the road. I don't know. This is the wacky stuff that happens in the HCAC. That's why it's such a good conference. And that's why we're the home of the HCAC, IndianaSRN.
Well, I still think if you are a team like Bluffton, you got to have something in your arsenal that says we have a up-tempo, fast pace, hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage, and let's do something. But to stand around and watch the sidelines.
Do you have a 55-yard play here?
No.
Okay.
There's no way, because the Grizzlies will be playing all prevent defense here. You can run it as long as you want to, because when 6 seconds runs out, it's over, and I'll tackle you, and the game's done, at least for regulation.
Unless I score on a 55-yard run.
Well, if you got one, let me know.
Okay.
Because you better do it right here.
Oh, no, I'll let you know in 6 seconds.
And you better find some blockers. Could be the final play of regulation right here. Clark will throw. Dumps it off. It'll be Brockington. Brockington at the 40. Game is over, and Brockington goes down at the 35. And Bluffton, time management, did not play that very well. We'll take a timeout. Overtime coming up next here on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN. Big play here for Mount Vernon. Ertl looking right, now over the middle, fires, and it's in there for a touchdown. What a throw. Boy, what a stick, huh? Side out, back to the middle, and guess what? You want a point on the other side, you go to Taylor Lewis.
Here's Freeman. Has an opening shot. Score!
Stafford around a screen, skip pass. Mays with 3. Mays drive, floater up and in at the horn.
Hand off, and nice hole over the near side. 40, 35, 30. Block to the outside. 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. And that's a big one right there. And finally, somebody gets on the board. All right, in overtime, each team gets a possession starting at the opponent's 25-yard line for the first 2 overtimes, where they can score via the touchdown or the field goal. And then starting in the second overtime, teams must attempt a 2-point conversion after a touchdown. And starting in the third overtime, both teams begin alternating 2-point conversion attempts instead of full possessions. No game clock during overtime, but a play clock is used. See the captains meeting at midfield. You know, I don't think I'd had a overtime high school game in a while, and I had one a couple of weeks ago. I haven't had an overtime college game in a while, and I get one tonight. On semi-state Saturday for volleyball, I had 2 5-setters. It's all about me, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is.
You don't like working with me, do you?
No, I don't. So, Bluffton gets the ball, and they're going to play down at the end where
No, Franklin.
Franklin's going to get the ball.
And I like it if I get the ball first. Yeah, you kind of dictate what's going to happen. But if you don't get the football first, you got to see what you got to do. You don't eat dark chocolate? We'll throw that dark chocolate over here. Are you kidding me? Jack's un-American. He doesn't like dark chocolate. Mildly sweet? Can't beat that. Jax is breathing a sigh of relief because his Hoosiers won today.
Yeah. I got a cracker left over here. Crackle. Okay. You know, the booth's got full of all these candies and stuff.
Isn't it great?
Here we go.
Something left over from Halloween, I guess. All right. Here we go. Overtime. From the 25. Kmiecek will throw. Swing pass to the outside. Ball is complete. It'll be Fonda. He's going to end up with a heck of a day. 9 receptions now, well over 100 yards.
The tote board is crazy. Where are we at total offense?
Well over 1,000. And climbing. Second down. Kmiecek faking the handoff.
Oh.
Looking, throwing, and out of the reach of his intended receiver. That is Isaiah Miller, who, by the way, Isaiah Miller coming off the bench today, 42 yards in receiving. By the way, Kmiecek is at 415 yards through the air.
415?
Yeah. That's a lot.
His arm's going to be, he'll need ice.
He will. He's thrown the ball 38 times. He's also run the football 10 times. Third down. Kmiecek, plenty of time, launches this one a little bit too high for his intended receiver. That was Jeremy Lee. And now fourth down.
I don't see a kicker coming.
You won't. You get in this overtime, you really need to get it into the end zone. Kmiecek, fourth down. Kmiecek throws to the end zone, and it's going to come up short, I do believe. And it might have been even intercepted right there. Pass intended for Jace Moore. And so now Bluffton has a chance, taking a look at it. Bluffton has a chance now to win it in overtime. Yeah, that was picked off.
Yeah, this ball was picked off. Yep. Oh, he's lucky he didn't get a 15-yard penalty for slamming the ball down.
Mm-hmm.
That's great officiating, right? You know emotions are running high.
Yeah, you might just go say something to him, but yeah, you don't want any penalties like that. So now Bluffton takes over.
They score. It's over.
It's over. Looks like Hudson in the backfield.
It's getting loud up here.
The pitch to Hudson.
No.
And he goes maybe a yard. Things really tightening up now here in this overtime. You know, by the time Bluffton gets on the bus and heads home, it'll be 1 o'clock in the morning by the time they get home.
They won't leave till 7:30 tonight at least, right?
Probably.
Might as well stay for the championship game.
Soccer game. Yeah. Trips to the near side. Second down. Clark to throw. Here they come. And that's going to be short and incomplete. Third down.
Fans are going wild in the stands.
Somebody's a little upset, aren't they?
Yes, sir.
1,068 yards of total offense. Apparently somebody forgot to tell the defenses to show up today. Third down and 9. Handoff Hudson. And Hudson near the hash mark on the left at the 20. And here comes the field goal unit. Chance to win it, Drew Michael. And I think that's where they wanted it. He apparently likes it on the hash mark on the left. It will be from 30, what is that, 37?
37-yard field.
Chance to win it right here. And Franklin will ice him for a moment. You would expect that from the Grizzlies, but let Drew Michael think about it. And our color analyst is leaving the booth. Can't take the pressure. By the way, Kmichek today, if it ends right here, 26 of 40, 415 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Clark today, 16 of 30, 245. He has 2 scores. Brockington today, 125 yards rushing. Clark, 114. Kmichek, 53 yards rushing, but Fonda, 9 receptions, 134 yards, couple of scores. So here we go. Drew Michael from the 27, a 37-yard field goal attempt to win it in our first overtime. High snap. The kick is blocked. And Franklin will send this into a second overtime as the Beavers unable to deliver a 37-yard field goal.
Did I miss anything?
You missed nothing.
Okay.
We'll take a timeout. Second overtime on the way here on HCAC TV. Big play here for Mount Vernon. Ertl looking right, now over the middle, fires, and it's in there for a touchdown. What a throw. Boy, what a stick, huh? Side out, back to the middle, and guess what? You want a point on the other side, you go to Taylor Lewis.
Here's Freeman. Has an opening shot. Score!
Stafford around a screen, skip pass. Mays with 3. Mays drive, floater up and in at the horn.
Hand off, and nice hole over the near side. 40, 35, 30, block to the outside. 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. And that's a big one right there, and finally, somebody gets on the board. All right, so Bluffton will get the football first in our second overtime. The 37-yard field goal was blocked. Clark will look to throw. Dumps it off over the middle. Open field. It'll be Brockington, brought down a flag, and that's going to go against Franklin. Might be a targeting right there. He was brought down at the 17. Oh, it's going to be a hold instead.
Our boot just got crowded again.
Wow.
I didn't see the hold.
I didn't either. I mean, the way he threw the flag, you'd have thought the holding was on the tackle itself, but I didn't see it. So that's going to go against Bluffton. That's going to back him up.
Now, that goes from the line of scrimmage, correct? That doesn't go from the end of the game.
It's going to go from the end of the game.
Oh.
All the way back to the 27-yard line. Well, right now, if you're the Beavers, you know you're going to have to score a touchdown because their kicking game is very suspect.
Well, both kicking games have been suspect.
Well, you've had 2 extra points and then the field goal blocked. Bluffton makes those. They're on their way home. Still first down. They're going to throw Clark toward the end zone. Touchdown. Nigel Payne.
Nigel's talking a little bit of smack as he heads to the end zone. Troy, 55.
55-49. But you still have the extra point.
Okay, I got a question.
What?
You go for 2?
I would. Why not? You play to win on the road. You tie at home, win on the road.
Okay, let's see what they do.
I know Purdue's not used to that, but
what, tying, winning, or anything? No, it's been a long drought.
And
we did win the Rose Bowl, though.
Many years
back
ago.
in '84.
Yeah. They will go for 2 right here. That is Brockington in motion. Clark rolls, throws over the middle, and it's caught for the 2-point conversion, or did he drop it? Looks like he did make the catch. That was Wyckoff coming up with the catch, or 57-49 your score, so the 2-point conversion is good.
And I owe you an apology. They needed to go for the 2-point conversion, correct? After the second in the second overtime.
Even if they didn't have to, why would you not want to, as bad as the kicking game has been?
In the third quarter, with 1:13 left, the Engineers of Rose-Hulman 38, Anderson Ravens 0.
So the Ravens still have a chance. All right, here comes Franklin. They failed in their first attempt in overtime. Kamichek on the run. Kamichek brought down at the 21. Travion Curry, the linebacker, there to make the stop. It'll be second down.
You're not fired up, are you? No.
Trips to the left. Here's Kamichek to throw again. This time fires downfield. It is incomplete. Intended for Isaiah Miller. Believe it or not, Clark, we talk about how much Kamichek has thrown today, 40 attempts.
Yes.
Clark has 32. He's not far behind. So third down. Kamichek will keep it himself. And he will get some good yardage here. I think he may have gotten the first down, and he did.
Well, you extend the game a little bit here.
The one thing about this game is that if you lose this, Franklin loses, it'll be the second time they've had a really tough one at home. The last time you and I did, but they're ahead by 21 in the fourth quarter and
Yes,
lost.
sir.
And they don't want that to happen again. Franklin trying to go to 5-4 on the season, one last game on the road at Hanover. Kamichek again to throw to the back of the end zone, and it is caught, and the score, and it is Jace Moore once again. Moore, his third touchdown, and now Franklin has to go for 2 here to try to tie and send it into a third overtime. That's a great catch.
That's a great throw.
All right, here we go. Chance to get it to 3.
Timeout, Bluffton. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back.
Big play here for Mount Vernon. Hurdle looking right, now over the middle, fires, and it's in there for a touchdown. What a throw.
Boy, what a stick, huh?
Side out, back to the middle, and guess what? You want a point on the other side, you go to Taylor Lewis.
Here's Freeman. Has an opening shot. Score!
Stafford around a screen, skip pass. Mays with 3. Mays drive, floater up and in at the horn.
Hand off, and nice hole over the near side. 40, 35, 30, block to the outside. 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. And that's a big one right there, and finally.
Here we go.
All right, 2-point conversion here for Franklin to send it into a third overtime. Kamichek to the end zone, wide open, and the two-point conversion is good as Moore does it again, and we're tied at 57. Boy, he was wide open. So now Franklin gets it back. Third overtime.
We're looking it up here to make sure we are correct.
Do we get extra money for 3 overtimes?
No.
Can we demand 3 or
you can, but the vice president can't sign off on it. Now, the executive producer is in our booth today.
Can we get extra pay? She fed us. Which, by the way, the pulled pork is very good.
We do go 2-point conversions.
All right, here we go. So this is overtime number 3. Kamicek looks left, looks right, throws toward the sideline, and it is caught for the 2-point conversion. Jeremy Lee, one of 3 receivers over 100 yards. That's a great play there by Franklin.
No one's there.
Well, apparently the defensive back bit on that one hard to go the other way.
Can this actually go 60
points?
Yeah.
I would imagine eventually, right?
Well, you said the first one to 50, and then we tied at 59. You said this game was going to go to.
I said it might, but I knew it would go in the 40s. Yeah. But now here is a chance for Franklin to win. Bluffton will take over. If they don't score here, it's over. Low snap, handoff, and it's over.
Franklin wins 59-57.
Hudson got dropped for the 2-point conversion attempt, and Franklin wins it in triple overtime. Take another look at it. Nowhere to go, and the defense comes up big right there. By the way, that was Hayden Bulmer who made the stop to finish this one. But what a wild ending and a big afternoon. Both teams over 500 yards of total offense, a combined 1,100 yards overall. Kamicek on the day, 429 yards and 6 touchdown passes. Not a bad way to finish off your home schedule, huh?
Not bad either. And we got to thank Jack Wright because he is going to move on. He's leaving IndianaSRN. He'll probably be back in about a year, but he's taking some time off, going to discover another career, and we wish him
very
luck.
Nice.
No, he'll be back.
I mean, to say he'll be back in a year, you can say he's failing in his new career?
No, what I'm saying, he's going to excel in his new career, and he'll have some time to come back.
Gotcha. Well, good luck to Jack. Yeah. And he was nervous throughout the entire day because of IU.
And I will say this for you, okay? Hoosiers.
There you go. There. We're done here. Final score.
Good
Franklin
job, Jack.
59, Bluffton 57. This has been Saturday College Football on HCAC TV, brought to you by IndianaSRN.